everybody. Good evening and welcome to the Steel Toe Evening Show, the nighttime edition of Steel Toe. Good to have you. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Thank you guys very much. Maybe Aaron's still hungover to do a show. Nope, I'm good. I promise I'm okay. April and I both feeling quite a bit sluggish today. Forced a gym trip. I just figure at the end of some sweating, I'm going to feel better again. I just figure at some point there will be an amount of sweat that comes out of my body, either from the actual working out or just from sitting around and my body being overheated and just having that clammy, shitty sweat. Eventually you feel better, but nope, it's water and time. That's all it is. Water and I was falling asleep this morning, man. I'm sorry. If you weren't, usually I feel like if we do the show we're normally capable of, I don't really listen to any criticism. I don't pay it any heed. I don't heed it any mind, I guess I should say. But if anyone has anything negative to say about this morning's show, I will definitely cop to it because I was sleepy. I was tired. I felt like shit. I hope you still had a good. I think at least the first half of the show was really good, and you can't blame Johnny for that. I mean, if the host is in shit shape, there's not really anything a co-host can do to rectify that. So I hope you enjoyed this morning's show. I know I cut out. Holy Jesus! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 clips from today's show, but they all seem to be kind of from the first half. So I don't know. The Kumia Zumak Stuttering John clip is doing very well. That was cool to see. We put that up at like 4 o'clock this afternoon, and you guys have really bitten on that. I appreciate it very, very much. April will be here in a little while. She is taking a massive shit, as she does on Mondays. We did stop by the P.O. Box today. There were a few things in the P.O. Box. Again, there you go, because I've still set up absolutely nothing because I'm lazy and worthless and no good and untalented and shitty and horrible and have never amounted to a bag of shit in this world. There's the P.O. Box address. If you'd like, pause it, frame it, whatever. And there were a couple of things in there. One of them, I think I'm supposed to open on the... Oh, there's addresses on there. One of them I'm supposed to open on the air. I fucking suck at this. I'm really bad at this. Anyway, I don't know. Like, if April's in the chat right now, she can let me know if I'm supposed to open this, if I can open it now, or if I have to wait for her. It's, I don't know. I'm not sure. Let's go into the chat. Let's see what you guys are talking about. And then we've got a bunch of stuff we need to get into. We have some stiff competition tonight. Here I was thinking, no football. We're going to be totally fine. But then we have Raw 30. Like, I guess Hulk Hogan's going to be there. And then Tim Pool has fucking Crowder on tonight. So I've got a great show planned. April will be here in about a half hour or so. I think it's going to go well, but again, a lot of stiff competition tonight. I was watching, like, the lead up. Okay, just the lead up to Tim Pool having Crowder on. There's like 17,000 people waiting. And the super chats are just flying in to Tim Pool's channel. Just like ungodly amounts of money. And I'm sitting there just being jealous of Tim Pool going, we never have to rattle a can or have a goal ever again if we could just be on Tim Pool's level. And it got me thinking, like, is Tim Pool that much better than we are? I'm not a Tim Pool fan, so maybe people can tell me. I feel like we put on a more interesting, entertaining show than Tim Pool. Like, he's not funny. And there's 8 billion guys out there being serious about the culture and politics and shit like that. Do I need to wear a beanie? I feel like we're a better looking show, especially when April's here, than Tim Pool. Why Tim? It just makes you wonder sometimes. You're like, there's got to be some kind of shadow organization behind these people that are pushing them to the top and forcing them down our throats. Because, I mean, name the ones that are particularly good at it. Like so good that even if you don't like them, you go, you know what? I get it. Like, Crowder's been pushed onto us by billionaires his entire career. So Crowder's not in the class of people who, like, earned it. He's been pushed by billionaires, starting with Fox News, then CRTV, PJ Media, The Blaze, he's been pushed by rich people down everybody's throat. And then like the Tim Pool thing, I'm like, that can't all be natural. That's got somebody has to be boosting that guy. Or I just have a seriously inflated sense of self. All of those, by the way, all equally possible. Let's see. Good evening, I should say, to David Chandler. Of course, you got to say hello to your owner when he chimes in. The Whatever Fairy. Oh, he changed his name because I fucked up his name this morning. He says, I lost it now. Son of a bitch. There we go. The Whatever Fairy says, I'm going to be checking in on Raw 30 to see if Vince shows up and gets booed out of the building. I like Vince. I don't know, man. I really do. I like Vince. I think he's got a lot of balls, obviously. And I don't know. I don't think I could boo him. Aaron, have you tried sleeping on air like a funeral suit? I tried today. I did try to take a nap on the air, but, what do you do? Citizen M says, still disappointed in you using the N-word. Did I admit to using the N-word? I don't think I admit to that. I have no idea what you're talking about. I had black audience members at our comedy show scream at me that I had an N-word pass, and, maybe I did, maybe I didn't. I don't know. There's no video. And Johnny can never be fired. Ever. I just got doxxed, says Curtis versus. Yeah, okay, now I'm catching up. April says I can open this on the air, as long as I obviously don't give away anybody's address, like I almost did. People are saying you're way better than Tim Pool. You are 100% better. Don't get it twisted. He gets famous people. Rouse Sauce says Steel Toe less than Tim Cast. Oh, shit. See? Tim has big money backing. He got big from Sargon of Akkad and Occupy Wall Street. Okay, see? That's shit I'm not into. So he probably just works harder. Tim Pool is a bigger grifter than Crowder. I've wondered that myself, how certain people seem to rise to the top. It's got to be pushed by billionaires, right? Has to be. Tim Pool is backed by massive Rogaine money. Oh, so Tim's backed by big Rogaine. Now it all makes sense. Rod, I cannot read that. That is far too vulgar. Even for me. Nobody takes a nap on air like Lee Syatt. I don't know who that is. I want Vince just to see Wrestling Otaku have a Zumach-style meltdown. I was listening to our buddy Wrestling Otaku, and he was having a meltdown. I don't know if he was talking about me or just a lot of people in general, but he was yelling. He was another one of these guys who just yelling about the haters, man. Yelling about the haters. Oh, Rouse Sauce says, I meant Steel Toe is greater than Tim Pool. Hey, I understand, man. I get that arrow shit. Like, does the point go towards the one you like? I have to go back to school and remember this. Who else uses this for the greater than, less than thing? I'm not ashamed to admit, I still have to do the whole, they taught you, like, the mouth of the animal eats the greater thing. Yeah, the gator. Thank you, Balls Deep. The gator thing. The gator's mouth opens towards the largest thing. Totally gay, but it works. Where are we at? 2:45. Wow, we basically have like the whole goal tonight. All right, let's see. You know what? Let's do this team style. Let's do this like 30 or 40 people working together, knocking that out, and then we'll do a half hour of overtime tonight, and Steel Toe is fully supported. 2:45 away. There's all the links in the chat if you'd like to chip in. Streamlabs, PayPal, Super Chats, memberships. Thank you guys very much for that. This is from, this name's kind of a bad timing, I guess, but Oz Best Second Mike sent us something to the P.O. box this week. The fuck is this? Best pens ever to go with your thick paper. It's the little things. Oh, look at that, because I like my cardstock now. I once you go cardstock, you can never go back. So I'm a big cardstock guy. So they sent me Pentel Energel Deluxe pens. That's, you know what? That's very nice. That's, here. David Chandler says, I always thought you point and laugh at the smaller thing. God knows they do, don't they? God knows they do. Okay. My only problem I have with pens like this, it's every pen I get, I'm always breaking these things off. The side clips. I don't know if that's a sign of sexual frustration. I don't know if that's like, I don't know what Freud would say about that, but I'm always breaking these off. Okay, so does this work? This works best for my cardstock here. Let's see. Oh, I got to take the plastic off. Fancy pantsy, or the rubber, whatever the fuck that is. There we go. Oh, yeah. Oh, that is smooth. That's, woof. Best swastika I've ever drawn. God damn it, I couldn't even get my fucking joke out. Tim Pool deserves all the viewers tonight. I'm shit. Thank you, Ryobi, for starting us off tonight. He says, don't read my name. Wife in the room. Okay, whoops. Sorry, Ryobi. Oh, I did it again. God damn it, son of a bitch. 240 away from tonight's goal. Thank you to everyone in advance who helps us knock that out. It is, it's one of the first full ones we've had in a long time, so we'll see if Aaron gets panicky or not tonight as we hit about the halfway point in about 45 minutes. Do we want to see any of that Crowder, Tim Pool thing? Do we want to see any of that? I almost don't want to because I don't want to see Tim Pool's super chats going crazy and just make me feel like jumping out of the window. But I am kind of interested to hear what kind of bullshit Crowder's going to try and pull on Tim Pool's show tonight. Because he already had Candace Owens on, and Candace Owens exposed the shit out of him. And then the Daily Wire CEO, he kind of shit all over Crowder. So I don't really know if like Crowder's going to be able to say anything that's going to flip anyone. Because, if you ask me, the people who like Crowder are going to swallow whatever kind of bullshit he feeds them. I've been, interacting with Crowder fans since we started talking about this. I'm here to tell you they're hopeless. They except one. And when April gets here, we'll read his message he sent us. One Crowder fan did write to us very angry. He was done with our show. And then he watched our coverage of it. And he went, you know what? You guys are right. And he reversed course, so to speak. So I guess we can check some of this out. No Pen 15 Fathead says, thanks for the $5 super chat, Ryobi Powered 5. Oh, now they're going to get him in a bunch of trouble. 235 away from tonight's goal. There's all the links if you guys want to contribute to this filthy beggar dog shit program. Cassandra's Life in Albuquerque, checking in from Albuquerque. Thank you very much. We're caught up with you guys in the chat here. Here's what I'll do. Since I have an equal number of yes, let's check out this Crowder thing, and no, fuck Crowder and Tim Pool both. We'll check it out for a couple minutes. If it's interesting, if there's something there, we'll stick with it. If it seems like a lot of two guys just jacking each other off into each other's mouths, then we'll tap out. How's that sound? Here we go.
We don't make a dime off of YouTube. We haven't for many years, and it hurts. If you believe what we say we believe, the movement in the country as a whole. So that right there, right, is fundamentally dishonest. And the gaslighting still keeps taking place. Candace Owens on this show said, "Hey, we all follow the same guidelines, right? We all follow. Crowder does too. That's verifiably false." Now, so you can publicly audit this. We've had 4 strikes, right, in the last since May, I think, 2021. To October 2022. One was the Mekhi Bryant. One was a sketch with Alex Jones. That one's guilty. One was as charged. One was him quoting the CDC. And by the way, none of this will get you in trouble because you can say this now. Him quoting the CDC.
I did, yeah.
Bringing up the CDC numbers on flu.
Anyone else bored? I'm bored because when I get bored, I panic that my audience is going to leave. I watch shit like this. Like checking in on things live is the worst. Because you're just hoping that you're going to be stumbling onto like an interesting part. The problem with Crowder is he rambles. And I think it's the Adderall. He's on so much Adderall that he can't stick to one fucking point. So one point takes him 45 minutes to make. Whereas me, it's only 17 minutes. So I don't know. I feel like checking in on him live is a big mistake because I'm already bored.
Of our creators to do so. And Crowder's a little bit more of a rebel. You know what? He's been banned for 4 times. And that's not the same kind of, that's not a problem. The problem is saying that we all follow the same rules because so that's all publicly verifiable. Now I could tell you guys behind the scenes.
I'm sorry, but is anyone else with the eyes and the eyebrows and shit, does this guy not give off a prescription drug or some kind of under the influence vibe. I mean, the guy just gives off a stimulant vibe every time I watch him. He can't focus. His eyes are way up in the air, and he's speaking erratically.
I've had many conversations with senior YouTube executives who say, we might be able to get you remonetized if you kind of play ball like these guys, Daily Wire, and insert other people here. I could tell you that, but would you believe me? I would have to provide receipts. I could tell you that takes place. That hurts the creators out there who they end up, hitting a glass ceiling that is set, the sandbox that is mandated their creator.
No, then fuck him. Then get off of YouTube, shit for brains. Stop it. Stop with this horse shit where you act like you're a slave to YouTube. You want the reach, don't you? You want the billions of people that are on YouTube versus the millions that are on Rumble. Just say it. That's okay. I just get tired of this fucking guy with his 1 foot in James Dean rebel without a cause horse shit, and the other foot is firmly planted in broadcasting on YouTube. Like Howard Stern learned this a long time ago. I can either sit here and I can bitch about the FCC and I can bitch about radio, but after a while, people are going to stop listening because I still keep coming in every day. So he went to Sirius, made a shitload of money. Like, pioneers are brave. Pioneers take their ball, they go home, they do something else. What pisses me off about Crowder to no end is he cries victim, and keeps showing up for work every day. Then show your fucking nuts and do something else. You keep talking about how the Daily Wire and all these other people, they need to find their balls and they need to change their business model. It's working for them. They know what they're doing. They're making money. If you don't like it, go do something else. Enough with this, I'm a badass, I'm a rebel, but I'm still going to be on YouTube. I'm going to bitch about YouTube. I'm going to bitch about how they treat people. I'm going to bitch about how they moderate content, but I'm still going to do my show there because I don't have the fucking balls. This guy's insecure, man. He doesn't have the balls to go start something else somewhere else because he doesn't think people will follow him to the amount he needs. Bottom line. He doesn't have the balls, so he'll talk a good game, but he'll still be a good little boy. And then every time he catches himself a suspension on YouTube. Look, we all know the rules. We all know how to play by. You don't hear me bitching about YouTube's rules or anything like that. Why? Because I choose to be on YouTube. I'm a broadcaster. I think Royce said this best. I'm not fighting a movement. We're the band playing on the Titanic as the ship is going down. That's our role. And that's his role, too. He just won't admit it. He wants to be Mr., saving the world. But you don't go on YouTube and bitch and whine about YouTube every single time they do what we all know they're going to do to you. When we talk about all these people, going into cardiac arrest, do we not find a way to make it funny getting around the YouTube rules? These fucks like Crowder, man, I wish they would have come from FM radio like I did. You would have an appreciation for how much freedom you have, even on a platform like YouTube. Because trying to skirt around the rules of radio is exhausting. There is a whole world of shit you can't talk about because there's no way you could make it work on radio. You come to the internet, you can talk about all of it. You just got to watch out for where the landmines and the buzzwords are. But they're clearly marked. So I'm tired of this guy talking about how he's a rebel, he's this, he's that. But then I'm still going to go there. I'm still going to go to the place that I think is evil and terrible. You're playing ball too, dickface.
The same thing happens with sponsors.
Well, let me ask you real quick. What does that mean, play ball? Obviously, you're paraphrasing, but...
Yeah, paraphrasing.
By the way, Tim Pool's going to laugh
titles,
his ass the whole
subjects,
interview.
Not talk about this subject or not talk about it in this way.
Yeah.
Maybe soften, don't use these words. Maybe change this a little bit. This happens a lot right behind the scenes, and that makes it impossible for independent content creators. The same thing happens...
No. Wait a minute. Crowder, they're telling you clearly what they'd like you to say and what they wouldn't like you to say. They're not hiding it. They're not masquerading it. They're telling you exactly what they want. If you don't want to do it, that's fine. Don't do it. But don't sit there and go, I'm a victim and you're going to stop Big Con. And they're playing by the same rules you are. You don't like the rules. Then tell them to go fuck themselves and do something else. But instead, he wants to bury everybody on the way out. He wants to cry victim and then give you a website link that is just sign up for my mug club. How people? Here's the only thing. I like busting Crowder's balls. I like making fun of him. But at the same time, I will say the only thing that makes me mad about this guy, the only thing I can't stand about this whole Crowder thing is the people that like the people that buy this guy's horseshit. And they're, man, it's like cult victims. It's you want to scream at them, but nothing gets through. $5 from Orange Boy. Thank you very much, buddy. We're down to 230. And also, we got one more here. I don't want to use names if they ask me not to. Oh, man. $20 coming in from What's His Nuts, but he says it's from Ryobi. Oh, well, thank you, Ryobi. That's very sweet of you, sir. 210 away from tonight's goal. Thank you very, very much. Let's catch up in the chat here. Don't worry, to those of you who are saying, I'm out of here, I'm leaving because of the fucking Crowder shit. Don't worry, I'm done. It's over. We covered it. I'll maybe look at more of it, and then if there's anything good, play some tomorrow. But don't worry, Brian. I know Brian was like, I'm out of here. Calm down, all right? I hate it too. I was getting bored too. But there's something about that guy, how full of shit he is, that just riles me up. I don't know what it is. Don't get upset about Tim's Super Chats. His Super Chats are number 1 on YouTube. Oh, well, then I don't feel bad at all. Yeah, people are saying he's tweaking. Okay. They're saying he's about to start yelling Wilson. Crowder's a con man. He takes pills. Most of those types of celebrities do. He is referring to himself in third person. That's enough to make me think he's nuts. So you and Corey crush Adderall before sports talk all the time, bro. I do think Crowder would win in a boxing match versus you. Remember when he was punching the women? Oh, that's right. Yeah, Crowder. Crowder might be a tough one. He has the muscles of a man who works out to cover for his cowardly weakness. That's what I think the beard is, too. Not his wife, his actual physical beard. The other beard we can get to later. That's a different thing. Lorenzo Areola nails it. He says, if you hate YouTube, then get off of YouTube. Right. I hate that shit about him. And I wouldn't hate it if otherwise smart people didn't buy that line from him. I'll never get that in a million years, how people fall for his act. It's not a very good one, and it's not a very convincing one. But yeah, if you don't like YouTube, and he just admitted, he goes, YouTube told me exactly what they don't want me to say. Well, then either don't say that or get the fuck out of there. Like, there's no dignity in doing the thing and then complaining about it. That's just complaining. Like, if you're a prostitute and you're like, I hate all this sex trafficking, while you're sitting there getting rammed from behind and going, oh, okay, well, it looks like stocks were down today, as you're reading the newspaper and getting butt fucked. I mean, you're not really doing anything about it, are you? You're just complaining. Aaron says the same shit every Aaron, you say the same shit every time you talk about it. Not saying I don't. Not arguing with you at all. Aaron, Crowder is a Canadian. Enough said. Yeah, I think you're probably right. Aaron's right. Radio was 20 times worse. Yep. Not even close. Not even close. Prefer watching Aaron opening a package of pens. Yeah, people hate Crowder. I like this kind of stuff. I'm sorry. There are going to be times where I enjoy this stuff. I like it, and you may have to struggle through. I'm sorry. You want to be, and don't, if you're Brian, I like you, Brian, but the I'm out later stuff, completely unnecessary. Just go. Don't worry about it, because your I'm out later is never going to it's going to make me do it longer. More than anything else. Just tap out, head out for a while. Don't worry about it. I'll know when it's boring the shit out of me that we need to move on. How's that? All right. Let's don't be a dick. Tim Pool is so short that he has to go up to go down on a woman. Crowder's beard is probably to hide his steroid acne. Well, there's one theory. Crowder was born in Michigan, I thought. He's only half Canadian. I don't know. I'm not sure what the exact Crowder genealogy is, I guess you could say. Thank you, Junior Coltrane. He says, Aaron is levels of funny above that flatliner Crowder? Well, I mean, damned by faint praise. Is that the phrase we would use for this? I bet Crowder is hoping Tim Pool will hire him. He can't afford him. Remember, Crowder said no to $50 million from the Daily Wire. Tim Pool's not going to be able to hire him. Lorenzo says, I love the drama. It's like Crowder and Daily Wire are like when the NWO split to the Black and White and Wolfpack. It's great drama. Right, exactly. Some of you do bum me out with your inability to enjoy drama. It's fun. How is drama not great as long as it's not happening to you? Like, some of you do, you don't upset me, you don't make me mad, but some of you do bum me out to know that you can't have fun with drama and you can't get your blood pumping with this drama stuff. It does disappoint me a little bit, especially if you've been a fan of this show for a long time. I just think to myself, I go, how could you have enjoyed me for this long and not learn to love this drama stuff? I don't understand. Although Guinness says, I already have drama. It's called life. Okay, great point. That I can understand. See, I don't have a lot of drama in my life. I have some, just like anybody else, but nothing too heavy. Nothing too heavy. My lost internet says Aaron knows what he's doing. Just chill. We'll be okay, guys. We got a great show for you tonight. Softcast says, I have not been a fan of this show for a long time. Well, there you go. And Softcast is more than capable of hating this show. Give it time. Most of the time I tell people, hey, you're going to be a big fan. You give it a week. Other people, if they start out big fans, I go, you'll get tired of this in a year or so. I promise you. Junior Coltrane says, drama is like crack to me. Our whole country loves drama, so Aaron knows what the people want. I think the thing I hate most about people is when they say, I don't like this drama, but they do. They do like it, but they publicly say they don't. Never be that person. And if you are that person, it is totally a great time to stop being that person. Admit what you like. Be proud of it. The Crowder Daily Wire stuff, I'd do a 3-hour episode on it if I know that I wouldn't lose people. Just so you know, whatever I'm doing tonight, I want to just shit on this whole Crowder Daily Wire thing. So whatever story we end up switching to for today, know that my heart is 85% in it. The other 15% is wanting to cover this Crowder drama. But for you, I back away. I like when you shit on Tom Segura and Chris D'Elia, and there will always be time for that. Always be time for that. I agree with Cherokee Girl, too. I just like seeing hypocrites being exposed. I like that, too. That's another part of it that I really like. Rocky Balboa can admit it. What a good man. He says drama is fun when it's not happening to us. People also telling April to finish up her shit. Ooh, ready for some more drama? I got more drama for you. If you don't like this drama, if you didn't like the Crowder drama, and you don't like this drama I'm going to talk about, then you just need to tap out forever. You're never going to enjoy anything. You're just an unhappy person. The Damar Hamlin stuff. Have you seen this? The Damar Hamlin stuff is getting really, really fascinating. There are enough people out there that are watching the footage they showed during that game. There are enough people now going, what the fuck is this? Why aren't they showing this guy? They keep telling me that that's Damar Hamlin, but they also keep telling me that he constantly needs to be on oxygen. I don't see this guy using any oxygen. They will not show me the guy's face. He's in a luxury suite, and he's got a heavy coat on with like a hood over it and the whole deal. Look, man, I'm the kind of guy who, like, when people start going crazy with like body doubles and shit like that, I go, all right, look, no matter what my instincts are telling me, I'm going to hang back for a little bit. You know how we were talking about that Eliza Blue thing? And like how Mersch was out in front of that, in front of everybody, and he was taking the slings and arrows. And remember I said, I don't know anything about this. I can see the chick, and I got some instincts, but I'm going to hang back. I'm not going to take a side either way. I'm going to learn more about this. The Damar Hamlin thing, I'm getting the same feeling because I'm watching it and it doesn't look right. The Damar Hamlin thing looks fucked up to me, but I don't know what it is. That's my biggest reason for hanging back on shit like this. I've never been that guy who's like, I told everybody first. I don't need to jack myself off like that. I am totally fine with being the 85th guy to get something. As long as it's kind of a measure twice, cut once kind of a thing where I don't want to, keep hacking up the same wooden board, I want to measure it twice, cut once, and that's the only cut I need to make. A lot of people, they keep just hot takes, hot take, hot take, hot take. I mean, how many times are you going to do hot takes and have to walk them back before people get tired of your shtick of being the hot takes guy? I will have wonderment. I will have thoughts that I will share with you out loud, but I never lean in on day one because I'm not sure how I'll feel tomorrow. So Stevie J says, please clip Cuck Aaron saying, I'm okay with being the 85th guy to get something. Okay, that was unfortunate. But enough people have now watched Damar Hamlin at this Bills game and thought it looked fucked up. Enough of them have done that where now it's making mainstream news that people are saying this. I've seen it on TMZ. I saw it on CNN. I saw it on one other site today that's in my prep sheets. I think The Blaze. And my problem with it is, people are saying that it's a body double or that Damar Hamlin's actually dead, and this is just the NFL doesn't want to admit that some guy dropped dead because it would fuel other conspiracy theories. The only reason, or one of the many reasons, I can't go along with that. Who the fuck are these other people? Who are his family members? Who's his brother? Who's his mother? Why would they go along with this? And now, in fairness, people say that, they go, money. They're being paid a shitload of money. You couldn't pay me to do that to my son. And I don't consider myself like a saint. I don't consider myself this amazing person who's above it all or whatever. And I would never do that to my son. I could never take a shitload of money from the league or anybody else to lie about whether or not my son is dead. So that doesn't make sense to me. And why did he need to be at the game? Why did he need to be there? That was such a forced thing. Damar Hamlin, the football fans ready to, watch the game and all of that. They're not thinking about Damar Hamlin. They're thinking about the football game they're about to watch. So you never had to bring him to the stadium anyway. You could have just put a thing up on the board. We miss you, Damar. Hope for Damar. Blah, 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 blah. Heart shapes with our hands like we're UFC ring card girls or whatever. And you go on. Now, Lorenzo says, take the money or a threat. My biggest hang up right now is the amount of people that care about him that would have to be in on it, right? Okay, so that's my hang up. That's why I'm hanging back. That's why I can't go with some of you that are watching the show right now that are going, no, Aaron, that's a body double. Damar Hamlin's dead, this, that, The reason I'm going to hang back is because I have that hang up. Now, if you want to know what my instinct is whatever they were showing during that game, that did not seem like it was Damar Hamlin. So while I can't draw any conclusions from that, and I can't come on this show tonight and swing my dick out and go, oh, I know exactly what's going on here. I will say you this, or I will tell you this, or say you this. That's that almost sounds old timey. I will say you this. I will say you this. I don't. There's no YouTube rules on this yet, is there? No, Damar Hamlin's still pretty fresh. I don't believe that was Damar Hamlin. Whether he's in a hospital bed somewhere on a ventilator, whether he's at home resting, or, God forbid, something else happened to the guy. That's the dog barking. Something's fucked up with that Damar Hamlin thing. Citizen M says Aaron being last because you don't research is the worst fucking attitude to have. You sound like fucking Jay Leno. Ooh, I can do a Jay Leno? Okay, here we go. Oh, that's too niche to cover. Uncle Jim and Aunt Susie in Duluth won't know who that is. I can't win. I can't win. They should have interviewed him or shown him clearly. That's what I thought. And why not? You obviously have a camera in that booth. The fact that they had a camera in that booth and they didn't show a head-on of Damar Hamlin, thumbs up to the camera, clapping, everything else, is, not everything is a conspiracy theory. The media does this thing where when we ask a question about something like that, they immediately jump to, what are you, some kind of conspiracy theorist? And I'm like, I didn't say that. You said that. And the minute you start talking like that, you make me think that you're up to something. Because you're jumping to the thing you want to defend yourself from, even though notice, I didn't say that Damar Hamlin's dead. I didn't say that they're faking his death or anything like that. All I said was, hey, why didn't we get a full-on frontal shot of his face during that 3.5-hour football game? The biggest story in sports, why didn't we get a full-on camera shot? Damar Hamlin, thumbs up into the camera, a message to all his fans at home and the inspirational story that it is. Why didn't we get that? And then their response is, well, you're some kind of conspiracy theorist saying he's dead and we're covering it up. It's like, no, wait a minute. I didn't say that. You just said that, and that's making me feel weird. Like, you're jumping to something I wasn't jumping to. You're, in a way, gaslighting yourself. So with this Damar Hamlin thing, and people can say, oh, well, he wasn't, Bob's Fake Pool says, just in, Steel Toe says Damar Hamlin is dead. See, that's what I mean. You can't parse these things too close. But you know when a guy gets paralyzed on the football field and the next week they have him there on the field wheeled out and he's looking like this? And he's paralyzed from the waist down. They have him waving to the camera like that. It doesn't matter how shitty he looks. It doesn't matter what awful shape he's in. They've got him there. They bring him on the field. They show him. He waves. He's an honorary captain or something like that. Something's fucky, right? And then they write articles going, oh, all these people saying something's fucky. They're crazy. It's like, just show me his face. Show me his face at the game. Talk to him at the game, like we always say about these theories we've been having. And again, I think COVID has really made people super sensitive to this shit because we were told that were things that weren't true, that they had to end up walking back. So now people are super sensitive to this. It's like I always say about COVID shit. Make me look like a dick. That's all you have to do. Make me look like an asshole right now. I'm saying this Damar Hamlin thing looks fucky. You never showed his face. You never interviewed him. You never talked to him. You never brought him down on the field. When he arrived at the stadium, you had him all covered up and, like that. Make me look like a dick. You could shut everyone up if you interviewed him. It was Damar Hamlin looking right into the camera, talking, taking a hit of oxygen, whatever. We're good. They won't do it. And that only makes people go, what the fuck is going on here? By the way, people are pointing out that Tim Pool currently has more viewers than CNN with his Crowder thing. Hey, man, that's great. Good for Tim. I'm not really a big Tim Pool guy. I don't really like him very much. But anyone who's doing well, man, I don't begrudge them a living. Not at all. Senior Fish says, Zumock got triggered by you on MLC earlier today. I know. I know. I can't wait to see it. I know he always gets upset about Steel Toe. It warms my heart. It really does. We do one Zumock clip a week, and we posted ours for this week on the channel already today. And I tell you what, I can't play every time he goes nuts about us and is triggered by us and goes apeshit, melting down over Steel Toe. Just like Carl. Carl can't record and play and talk about every time he does it. It would be our entire show. I mean, the guy is driven nuts by this program. And I'm not going to be dishonest. I'm not going to be Mr. Above It All and say that, it doesn't warm my heart. I fucking love it. I think it's great. Bob's Fake Pool says Daily Mail reports, according to USA, Steel Toe Radio, Damar Hamlin is dead. That's not what I said. Junior Coltrane says, Aaron has a power clear made for a microphone voice. He should teach Kevin to speak without a slobbery, slurpy speech impediment. Kevin who? Which Kevin? I'll teach any Kevin how to speak properly. Chino's gay! Don't talk like that. It makes you sound like an unhinged asshole. There is an astronaut with a gun standing behind Damar Hamlin, says Unquenchable Fire. Matt Melt says this just in. Aaron thinks Bush did 9/11. That's not what I said. Gay F word Zumach writes in the chat, shut up or I'll blow you. That's, that. I don't know what kind of threat that is. Bob's Fake Pool says, CNN breaking news, Damar Hamlin dead, according to Steel Toe Radio. I never said anything close to that. Oh, man. Tim Pool is basically telling Crowder that he is right and the Daily Wire is wrong. I bet he is. That motherfucker. When Candace Owens was on there talking all that shit about Crowder, Tim's like, oh, yeah, I've heard that. Oh, yeah. Tim Pool is the biggest fence walker in the fucking business. God, is he gross. Gay F word Zumach says, show me your dick, bro. Boy, he's an aggressive gay F word, isn't he? Holy Jesus. Junior Coltrane says I should teach Kevin Brennan how to talk. He sounds like a drunk snake with a slobbery mouth. Okay, but let me ask you this. Does Kevin Brennan seem like the guy who's going to take anybody's advice? I rest my case. April's done taking a shit, everybody.
I'm actually the ghost of Damar Hamlin.
Oh my God, it's Damar Hamlin. Could you wave like this, please? Can we see if it's... Oh my God, you were at the game on Sunday.
It was me.
Holy shit, it was April, you guys.
I was doing blackface.
Oh my God.
You couldn't see it though, it was covered up.
Holy shit, could you do it one more time? Oh my God, that's what I saw at the game. Have you watched any of it? Any of the clips?
I haven't seen any of it.
We'll play them here in a second, but it's fucked up, man. There's the ones of them showing him through the snow where you couldn't see his face, them showing him from the side where you couldn't see his face, and then him entering the stadium. Have you ever seen the George Strait movie, Pure Country?
Yes.
Remember when they're trying to get Kyle Chandler's character out of the venue after they have him pretend to be Dusty? Mm-hmm. And they're rushing him out of there, and he goes, come on, buddy, you are really wearing me slick. And they get him to the bus and everything and hide him. And he's all jacking himself off because of what just happened. That's the Damar Hamlin getting into the stadium thing. It's like Kyle Chandler playing Dusty in Pure Country.
It seems pretty strange.
I thought it was especially weird when they played Overnight Mail at the stadium and he lip sync. I didn't think that needed to be done.
With a mask on.
Yeah, when Damar Hamlin was like, I'm a top flight, hold you tight, get you there by daylight, do you ride Overnight Mail? I remember the movie Pure Country. And yes, I'm going to have some of your
Don't
Coke.
You take my Coke.
I'm going to have... Did you get me a Coke?
No, this is in the fridge.
Oh, well, then you're free. I got you that Coke.
Did you?
Yeah. I'll tax you. Tiny bit, as they say.
All right.
Tiny bit. I'm really falling in love with this gay Zumach guy in the chat. I chug dick.
Did he change his name, though? I liked his other one better.
Oh, no, because I can't say that word in the chat, so he wanted to change it to something I could say. That's very considerate.
Fine.
Oh, man. Stevie Lou just says, pig gonna pig. Leave her Coke alone, loaf piggy. Thanks,
yeah, that is the thing. You eat all my bread and drink all my Coke. It's nice and cold, too.
I let you have the first sip.
I'm tired as fuck tonight. I need that.
Oh, I was tired, too. We got in here. We started talking about Crowder, then we started talking about Damar Hamlin. I'm going to play the clips for you.
Here's my thing.
And you can decide. Actually, he's in the chat right now. Stupid Gino got me all worked up about this. I was listening. Listening to In Hot Water today.
Yeah.
Well, I was at the gym, and he is just firing off. And it's like, you know how you think something, and then you hear multiple people say the thing that you're thinking, and you're like, oh, I'm not insane.
You get some confirmation.
When Gino says the thing that I'm thinking, I go, oh my God, I'm insane. And then I hear another person say it, and I go, oh, maybe, you know what, this might not be insane.
Something?
Yeah, he might be onto something.
Okay.
It's fine.
Did he get his hoodie today?
I don't think he did. I will say this. Bob Levy and Shuley both got their steel toe hoodies.
Good.
And they wore them during the BS show today.
It's very kind of them.
And I wrote to... I wrote to April and I said, please tell me we got Mike Morse a hoodie.
I asked.
And she's like, I asked you to get his information, and you never did.
Same with E-Rock.
Fuck. So I'll
do it myself next time.
Yeah, so I'm sorry. I publicly apologize to Mike Morse of the Uncle Rico show and the BS show. I apologize. That is my fault. I saw the other two were wearing their hoodies, and Mike has no hoodie, and I just feel like a bag of shit.
They could have put their stickers on him for pasties.
Oh,
he could have played along.
Man. Well, anyway, Mike Morse will get the next one.
Yeah.
But yeah, Gino's got one coming. Gino's boss has one coming.
Keanu.
Canoe, Chrissy, and Frank. Shuli already got his. Mm-hmm. Basically, everyone who's ever been on our show.
E-Rock needs one, and Mike Morse needs one.
And Alex Stein.
Alex Stein, too?
Needs one as well. Yeah, we got to get Alex one. Gino says, welcome to Crazy Town, my brother, population us. I don't know, man. I see a lot of, again, there were so many people talking about how, yo, bro, that ain't fucking Damar Hamlin. That there's now TMZ articles and CNN articles about all these crazy conspiracy theories.
Well, are there any videos or pictures out of this?
Yeah, we'll show you.
One?
Yeah, we'll show you. Alex with some breaking news. He says, breaking, Aaron hates Mike Morse and is glad Hamlin is dead.
I seriously, I want to go on record and say I asked about those two. So.
I have not said either of those things. 210 away from knocking out tonight. If you guys feel like chipping in, here's the deal. Let's knock it under 200 by the halfway point in the next 15 minutes here. Thank you guys. If you feel like chipping in, Streamlabs, PayPal, Super Chats, and memberships. Links are in the chat and pinned to the top of the page. Thank you so much for your cooperation. What'd you see?
Something about Jews and 9/11. You have to laugh.
I laughed heartily so I could take a sip of your Coke.
Yeah.
It was subterfuge.
I noticed.
Would you like to see... Oh, they don't have the video of him coming into the stadium. I want to play that one for you first. But TMZ wrote an article today. We're all conspiracy theorists now. Damar Hamlin, Bills game attendance sparks conspiracy theory. Sources say it's BS.
Oh, yeah?
What do you expect the sources to say?
Of course they're going to say BS.
I love when they say that. They're like, we asked the Buffalo Bills people, and they said that that's total horseshit. Oh, really? Because I thought the people at Highmark Stadium were going to go, you got us. We really thought we could pull that off.
So hold on then. If he is, in fact, alive, which I was under the impression that he is, right? Doesn't he see the conspiracies going on, and wouldn't he come out and say anything or do a video?
Okay, but you're not following what people's theory is on it.
That everyone's in on it?
No. The reason why he won't make a video and say that that wasn't him at the game.
You have to remember I'm new to this.
Okay, the theory is he's dead.
No, I got that.
Oh, okay.
Obviously.
That's why he's not making a video, like in their mind.
That's where I was going with the whole thing. Like, if he was alive, you'd think he'd see this and come out with a video or something.
Well, that's what I keep saying. Like, you don't want us to be conspiracy theorists. Make us look like a dick.
I always want to be made a fool if I'm wrong. Go ahead.
You know how funny it would be to have to watch Gino Bisconti go on In Hot Water and go, well, I guess I'm not right about everything. I sure do look like a fucking retard today.
I'm sure he would. Right?
That would be great. But they won't do it. Instead, you go, hey, those look like really blurry shots of Damar Hamlin. That looks a little fucked up, don't you think? And they're like, oh, are you saying he's dead secretly? No, I wasn't. But you
kind of just said it, though.
You just said it. I didn't say a word. So I want to show April the Damar Hamlin coming into the stadium thing. Damar Hamlin arrival. Yeah, now watch this. They're bringing him in like a golf cart type of thing.
Looks like,
because I guess like he needs oxygen. They were saying like he needs oxygen and shit.
Okay.
I hope we can get a full.
Safety Damar Hamlin and his family watched the Bills playoff game in person.
Okay.
So that could be anybody.
That could be anybody. How about that? I believe that's Sub-Zero from Mortal Kombat.
Yeah. Okay. So we got Red Hood here. I did hear something about the hood change,
and that's supposed to be his brother.
He's sitting in the suite.
There's Damar Hamlin. Well, now I feel like an asshole because that's clearly Damar Hamlin.
I'm not sold yet.
Whoa. Well, he's not dead, April.
I didn't say he was.
Oh,
I just got to know that was him.
Because he's right there. How can he be dead if he's right there?
I want him to tweet at me that he's okay.
3 weeks.
Because no one else could do that.
What if he tweets at yo hey white bitch? Is that all right?
Yes, because if he's hearing that, I'd assume, of course, it was him.
It was him, yeah.
Into cardiac arrest on the field during the Bills game against the Bengals. His team didn't win last night's rematch, but Hamlin's remarkable.
If you just had chest compressions done 2 weeks ago, are you able to do that?
I was just wondering that too, because all we have to do is go to the gym a little too hard some days, and we can't do this. I can't imagine having your chest worked on.
Some 20-year-old kid I'm training hit me with a right hook to the body, and I still can't turn to this side or this side right. And Damar Hamlin's sitting here, and they were pounding on his fucking chest for 15 minutes. Yeah. And he's like, yeah, come on, baby, let's do this thing.
It seems highly unlikely unless he's drugged up, right?
Yeah. And, like, why won't... Again, they paralyze a guy on a football field. The next week, he's on the field at the 50-yard line going, and we all applaud for him. We give him a standing ovation.
Yeah.
Damar Hamlin, he's up there, looking like the Phantom of the Opera. I expect him to rappel down to the field with a baseball bat and face paint and point it at somebody.
You would think they'd have him on the field.
Right.
I don't know. Something does seem kind of fishy here.
Why can't he be on the field? Why can't he be on the 50-yard line?
Well, it's snowing. He might slip and have another coincidence. Okay.
Recovery is reason enough to celebrate.
And by the way, you might be asking, hey, why did they only show those 2 shots? Because those are the only 2 shots they show to the fucking guy.
Nobody got a face shot ever?
Nothing.
Yes. We all watched in really, I think, horror. We held our breath when they were working.
Look at those are the only 2 shots they got of him all game.
Giving CPR.
It seems unlikely.
He's
3 weeks later. Yeah, he's a strong.
Right. These news people just said the part that sounds fucked up. He died on the field. They resuscitated him, and 3 weeks later, he's in a luxury booth. Okay.
The more you talk about it, the more fishy it seems.
Right?
I didn't want to be that person that's like buying the theories or whatever, but it does seem weird.
Here's what worried me right away. The thing that worried me right away was that the minute I saw the shots and the minute I saw the videos, this was before I had read anybody saying conspiracy theory. I looked at it and I didn't have like a theory already, but I went, I can't see him.
You kind of want to see the guy that died a couple weeks ago, right?
I'd like to see him.
That does seem like not too much to ask, maybe.
Yeah. I don't
If he's
know.
well enough to get back to the game, I don't know why somebody somewhere wouldn't have taken a picture with him or anything like that.
Yeah. His verified Instagram yesterday had a face covered and sunglasses wearing guy as well. Really fishy. Why?
That was my next line of questioning is, have you checked his Instagram or anything? Is he posted?
Bob's Fake Pool says NFL news release, according to Steel Toe Radio, Damar Hamlin is dead. I did not say that.
I think you just said it right now. Clip it.
No, the NFL needs to stop quoting me improperly. I do not appreciate it. I will tell you that right now.
You put it out there. They can do what they want with it.
I never said it at all. They're calling it Weekend at Damar's.
Seriously, though, doesn't it seem strange if there's no pictures ever of your face?
Like Derek from Midland Armory said in the chat a little bit ago, and we alluded to it just a few minutes ago. If you had CPR done on you, you'd have broken ribs.
Yep. No, that's absolutely true. That happens a lot.
So,
and this motion would not be an easy one to accomplish.
If you're on oxygen, you're not doing this too. I mean, forget the broken ribs.
Overexerting yourself.
If you're on oxygen, here I'll show you. I'll show you what sucks if you're on oxygen. Ready? This move. There. You need oxygen.
Well, you know what else is? I didn't see an oxygen tube in that video. I didn't see anything dangling from his, face whatsoever.
What am I supposed to believe?
Here and Damar stood up, right?
Yeah, he did. This is it right here.
What a scene. Oh.
What a scene. It's a shadow figure.
It's a sign.
Okay, now look. If these announcers are in on it, these are fucking sociopaths.
My only answer to that is maybe if you get paid enough. Maybe.
Look, there's a camera guy in there. Turn around, pull your mask down, show your face, get a shot of Damar Hamlin.
Story that galvanized this entire nation.
Yeah, does he usually wear a mask for anything? That seems weird too. Like suddenly just because you were hurt or something, you have to wear a mask now.
That's fake Sting. That's what that is.
I like whoever said it was Kanye. Was that Derek? I think Derek said it was Kanye.
He is, though. He's wearing the Kanye suit.
Yeah.
And now here's the one.
The
here.
Hamlin family watching from one of the suites
Oh, good.
I can totally see him.
Looks just like him.
How these two teams came together that Monday night of January 2nd. He said, really respect those guys, that city, how gracious they were that night and beyond.
Right. Why interview him? Why talk to him? Why have a conversation?
You know damn well you can interview that guy. If he's well enough to be at the stadium, he can do an interview.
Oh, man.
I don't like when you bring things like this to me because now I'm kind of riled up about it and I want answers.
Yeah, Scott Richard Staska says there's a shot of him in the tunnel pregame where he was wearing a hood and a mask and he looked like a prisoner.
Was it the same color hood? Because that's something I keep hearing is that he was wearing two different colored shirts or something like that.
Damar Hamlin arrived. All I could find was that YouTube short of his arrival. So you guys aren't going to see it that well, but April will be able to see it okay. Here he is.
Looks like Damar Hamlin is in the building.
Oh, that's the same.
Yes. If they show him in the stadium in any capacity, it will blow the doors off of this place. Okay. Damar Hamlin just showed up, and it looks like his mom and...
They were blocking his arrival, so none of us could see anything, and Dude, that is fucked.
This can all go away if you just interview the guy right now.
He'd be walking through. He'd be in the locker room talking to the boys before the game.
You don't have to overexert yourself. You can be sitting in the locker room. You can talk.
It's so retarded. The more we're talking about it, the more I'm like, okay, how could it be anything but that's not the real him?
It seems like you might be onto something. And when he was in the hospital and he was waking up and shit, I don't remember them posting any videos or pictures, did they?
I think there were pictures of him from the hospital. I think I have seen.
Can we confirm it was him?
I know he was.
You've got me going all sorts of roads now.
I know he was black.
Wow.
That I can confirm.
That's unique.
No, it wasn't unique. Unique was at home in Chicago. So he wasn't there.
He was enjoying my hair.
Levi says Ian Rappaport just reported that Damar Hamlin did pass away. He got this information from his reliable news source, Steel Toe Morning Show. Oh, thank you. That's very nice.
It's lovely.
Scott Richard Staska says it's very odd, as you said, every other time this type of thing has happened, they are shown through and through and even on the sideline. They go talk to him.
It's exactly it, because it's exciting that he's there. Like, wow, look at it. This guy just died here a couple of weeks ago, and now look at him. Right. You'd think the cameras would be in his face constantly.
Snapper50 says, seriously, have y'all heard of infection concerns after heart failure? Yes, I have.
Yeah.
Then why is he in a giant fucking stadium with 80,000 people? Why does he have his family around him? Why are there security guards surrounding him? None of them should be talking to him or touching him or anything else then. That camera guy shouldn't be in there. He shouldn't be at a stadium if they're worried about that.
Why is he flailing his arms?
Right. That
after
doesn't...
heart failure.
No offense, Snapper. That doesn't really make a lot of sense.
No.
Guys, we are 2:10 away from today's goal, and we are about halfway through tonight's show. So I hate to be this guy. I know you're not used to it because we've been ahead for so long now, but we're not ahead anymore. We're just, we're grinding away like usual. We do need to get going on that. So if you do feel like chipping in, let's please do that tonight and make that thing work so we can do a fun show and we don't have to harangue you about it. 2:10 away from tonight's goal. There's all the links in the chat for the PayPal, Streamlabs, Super Chats, and memberships. They all count. The Super Chat, the Super Power Slap League, or whatever the hell it's called.
Dana White's Power Slap League.
Yeah, it debuted this weekend, and I'm hearing a lot of bitching about it.
I didn't yet.
I heard a lot of bitching.
Wow, I haven't heard anything.
But it's from people that don't, they don't watch it. It's one of those weird things where, people are having a, concerns about it, but they're not even fans of it.
Mm-hmm.
And by the way, Snapper says, are you going to clear the whole stadium and press? No, what I'm saying is you don't bring him.
He stays at home.
Yeah, if you're worried about infections, you don't bring him to the stadium.
I did, before we move on from that, I think it was Zen, said, here, plot twist, the prank was the collapse on the field.
Oh.
And as a distraction or something.
Ta-da!
And then we're not going to admit that wasn't a thing.
The prestige.
Think about how quickly he came out of everything in the hospital and got released.
Right.
None of this seems right.
He just, he woke up faster than Bam Margera.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Boy, he had a hard time.
Bam was in the hospital longer than Damar Hamlin was. Well, at any rate.
The Power Slap League.
The Power Slap League.
Yeah.
There are people bitching about it. It's not safe. It's dangerous. It should be banned. It should be done away with. I really hope that in my lifetime we get back to an era of, if you're an adult and you want to do another thing and there's another adult and they want to do the same thing and there's assumed risks and you know what's going to happen, everyone else just shuts the fuck up and lets those two do what they want to do.
I'd agree.
I don't think we ever will, but I'm definitely willing to strive for that every day.
Boy, I've got another point too. So the Power Slap League isn't safe, but we can sit there and punch each other in the face, get kicked in the head and stuff in MMA and boxing and all that shit.
Okay, well
where's the people bitching about that?
I'll tell you where. This is what this has been boxing and MMA and those people who love that but don't like this slap shit. They're saying that in boxing, and I'm not trying to stump you here. If you don't know, you don't know. What's the last thing the referee tells the two fighters before he sends them back to their corner for the fight?
Back to their corner?
He says, follow my instructions and protect yourself at all times.
Yeah.
That's what they say. Power Slap League, there's no protecting yourself at all times. You have to stand there and you have to get slapped in the mouth.
I guess protecting yourself or not, people still get hurt. Like a lot.
Right, but there's never been a time in boxing, I mean, unless a guy's cocking off, where he puts his hands down like this and you just takes it. And you get 30 seconds to just punch him as hard as you can in the face. That doesn't happen.
Well, that's where we have to fall back on your argument. If they've both agreed to it, let them do it.
Right, and that's my take on the Power Slap League. Do I think it's fucking stupid?
It seems dumb.
Yeah, I think it's dumb. I think it's like the Bare Knuckle Fighting League. I think it's stupid. But you know what I do with the Bare Knuckle Fighting League?
You don't watch it?
I don't watch it. Power Slap League. I don't watch it. I've watched some Power Slap shit on YouTube. It seems... it wears out its welcome pretty quick because you just kind of look at it and go, oh, that's what that is.
There's a pillow fighting league. That's kind of interesting.
And that's another one where I've watched it for a few minutes and I'm like, you know what? I think I got the gist of this.
I like clips of that one.
Right. So this Power Slap League from Dana White comes out. And now people are hammering away at it, talking about how, it's dangerous. And I guess one guy already got a concussion or some shit, and it's not off to a good start criticism-wise. But again, at the same time, he's not making 7-year-old Cambodian kids do it.
Well, what do you practice on, though?
I'm not saying that people can't use the sparring partners they want. And Lord knows I'm not going to get in the way of an impoverished Cambodian family making a few bucks, to get themselves out of the rice paddies.
It might pay well.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying what's on TV is not a 47-year-old lumberjack smacking a 5-year-old Laotian boy in the head, It's two big, dumb apes smacking each other in the face for money. I'm fine with that. I'm okay with that.
Totally fine with it.
Right. Could they get hurt? Sure. Yes, they could.
I think.
But is that something they've agreed to? Yep.
I guess we'll have to be on CTE watch, though, afterwards.
Sure. Absolutely.
But that's part of the fun.
But Dana White's like Vince McMahon. He's not going to make these guys do anything he's not willing to do. We saw Dana White in the club with his wife. He's okay with getting slapped in the face.
It's a big old bear paw.
Yeah, he'll bear paw the shit out of you right back. He doesn't care. The TV show, which premiered on Wednesday, will feature 8 episodes that its creators say are unscripted. It highlights competitors from across the globe who battle it out on stage to demonstrate that they have the most powerful slap. Neurologist Chris Nowinski, I think he used to be a pro wrestler. A former wrestler and CEO of Concussion Legacy Foundation, said the show was pure exploitation and suggests one of the competitors shown in a video he shared on Twitter may never be the same. Okay, maybe you're right.
That was the risk, though.
But may I posit this? If a guy was willing to go on TV and stand there like a pole while another guy slaps him as hard as he can in the face, while he may not ever be the same again, was what he was really that impressive to begin with?
No.
Doesn't
this seem kind of gay at a certain level? Like you're just slapping another man. It's not even a punch. You're just slapping a man.
Like it's like I think the guy who wins the slap fighting championships should then have to sign on to like fight Jake Paul. Like that should be the grand prize.
Maybe.
You get $1 million fight with Jake Paul and he just crucifies these fucking idiots.
Sure.
Because if you win the slap league, you think you're some kind of hardcore badass. You know, but tell me in what situation, because like if you're a mixed martial artist and you're down on the ground and you're wrestling with people and this and that, they're resisting you. They're fighting against you. So if you know that shit, you know if you run across that guy in a bar, he's doubly dangerous.
Yes.
He's
absolutely.
a fucking nightmare. Boxer, same thing. Another guy who knows the same shit you do is protecting himself while you're trying to hit him, and you're able to hit that guy. So he's doubly as dangerous in like a bar or something like that. Name me a scenario in a bar where another man's going to go, you want to fight? Yeah, let's fight. And the other guy goes, okay, you first. And he just waits for you to slap him in the face.
This doesn't happen.
Maybe a gay bar. Maybe. Stevie Lou with 1999 says, when you send the E-Rock one, please send an XL for me over to the Compound Studio so I can wear it proudly at DabbleCon. Absolutely, Stevie
All
Lou.
right.
We'll get Stevie Lou
I wrote you down.
a steel toe hoodie for sure. $195
Thank you.
away from tonight's goal. And over on the PayPal end of things, I owe a thank you here. Wild Card and Mindy Lee with $10. Thank you very much, guys. We are
Thanks,
185 away from tonight's goal. If we hit the goal, we go until 9:30 tonight. And if we don't, we wrap up at 9 o'clock. So there you go. 185 away from knocking this thing out. Everyone get involved a little bit at a time, and we will be okay for this evening. There's the Streamlabs and the PayPal in the chat. It's also pinned to the top of the page. So, yeah, they're catching some shit about this power slap thing. And again, my take on the whole deal. Yeah, they rosin up their hands.
Pictures are so funny.
Yeah, so that big, that big plume
cloud.
of, yeah.
It's a cloud of dust.
The big rosin cloud will go up. And I don't know. If two guys want to slap the shit out of each other and someone's willing to put it on TV, who am I to tell them no?
Exactly. Like I said, it seems a bit gay, but have fun.
Yeah, I mean, look, guys, you're the homos, not me.
At least with like pillow fighting and shit, it's girls. It's always girls.
Oh, is it girls? No, I've
yeah.
only seen, saw two
Really?
Marines doing a pillow
Oh, fuck.
fight.
I've never seen a guy doing it at all. It's always the women I see.
Yul Gibbons says, everyone hit the like button. Let's get it to 200. Yeah, let's knock out the goal. Let's get to 200 likes. Let's do it all tonight. That would be awesome. They're saying show some of the slapping. All right, here's some power slap league for you. So this is what they do. Take one more measure.
Oh. He moved his head before even the second slap.
And he still landed clean.
Flinching! Blue!
With any
Wait, no. Now, if you flinch, it's like 2 for flinching. So now you get a pap.
Oh my God. So that's part of the rules too.
No, I have no idea.
No flinching.
new sport, you have to have rules. Here's how the rules for power slap are going to work. A coin toss before every fight determines who slaps first, and there's a maximum 3 rounds in a fight. In each round, the fighter will deliver an open hand slap to the opponent's face.
What?
At the start of the round, the striker...
Everyone's just trying to jack them right in the button of the jaw with the heel of their palm.
Absolutely.
There's 30 seconds to deliver the slap. When slapped, you have 30 seconds to recover and get back into fight position. It's the ultimate test of toughness.
No,
Is
it's
it
not.
though?
No, it's not.
Come on. I can think of like loggers and shit like that would have like the ultimate test of all time.
If I'm
You wanna
Michael,
wrangle fucking livestock.
if I'm Michael Chandler, I'm choking Dana White the next time I see him. It's the
God.
ultimate display of toughness. Oh, yeah?
I don't think so.
Anderson Silva would like a word.
During the fight, both fighters have to stand in their zone with their feet parallel to each other. The defender has to keep their shoulders square, chin up, and both hands behind their back. The striker has rules too. Their feet have to stay in their zone and always touch the floor. Before the strike, they have to tell the ref which hand they're going to use and how many warm-ups they'll do, which are wind-ups.
Red is chosen right 2.
This is fucking stupid.
That sounds like fucking
Open-handed
Battleship.
shot to the side of the face. On the cheek, below the eye, but above the chin.
Foul! Clubbing.
You can't lead with the palm of your hand either. The entire hand must land at the same time.
Okay, so you can't cuff them You can't give him a heel shot like that. It's got to be the whole...
Look, I understand you practice, but wouldn't that be easy to slip into that, though?
Well, also, doesn't it sound like one of those games you play as a kid?
Yeah.
Where after each round you add a new rule because you didn't think of something?
Right, too.
Yeah.
Also, like, that sounds like board games.
Flinching! The defender can't flinch. Raise their shoulder or tuck their chin.
That's a warning.
Penalties range from warnings,
Red, -1.
to point deductions to disqualifications.
Unanimous decision.
If a match goes 3 rounds, the judges will render a decision based on...
How do you judge the fucking slap contest?
Like your form and shit, or what?
How the person reacted to... Oh, come on.
If you wobbled him.
typical boxing or MMA point systems.
I'm sorry, power slap is fucking stupid. But again, I don't want it banned. I don't feel bad for the people who are doing it.
No.
I don't. I mean, it does make me. It's one of those shows that comes on where you go, we're getting, like, the Idiocracy being a documentary thing is getting closer. But yeah, Kenneth says Dana's going to produce Ow My Balls next.
I was just thinking that.
Yeah.
Oh, my balls.
And I object. I object to that. He busted into my apartment while I was watching Ow My Balls. That is not okay.
It's going to be like a ball kicking, like, competition or something, like who can withstand the most.
Rochambeau, yeah.
What?
That's what it's called.
Is that a real thing?
Yeah, South Park invented that.
Oh, it's okay. I have
Rochambeau. I kick you in the balls, you kick me in the balls. We take turns till one of us falls down.
There's got to be some rules to this, though.
No, those are the rules.
Certain type of shoes or something. Wear some steel toes.
Only wingtips. You have to take a kick to the balls with a pair of wingtips. Oh. No, so look, again, Power Slap League, not my thing, but all these fucking babies who are like, it should be banned. You know when it'll be banned? When nobody watches it and nobody wants to slap each other in the face for money.
How about we just stop complaining about things unless we're involved in them?
Yeah, there you go.
Like, I get it if you are being held at gunpoint to be in Slap League.
Yeah.
And you don't want to be.
Which,
look, then we'll talk.
Eliza Blue has actually accused the Slap League of doing that to her, that she was held against her will and forced to do Slap League. We cannot confirm those allegations, and she may be full of shit.
Well, look, I think we should look into it on her behalf.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right, guys, there you go. 185 away from tonight's goal, 45 minutes away from running out of time tonight. We will do an extra half hour, we shall, if we hit that 185. There's all the links in the chat. I don't know if you saw the M&M's news today, but
I did not.
Speaking of dipshit, dumb fuck people who got their way with something.
No.
M&M's is getting rid of the M&M cartoon candies. You remember when you were a kid and your parents would take shit away from you if you and your sibling couldn't share it?
Yeah.
Like, if you guys can't play nice with this, then, you know, we're just going to take it away.
So we just can't have anything nice now.
Mars Candies has now decided that we have to take away the cartoon M&Ms because the country just can't handle it. Either liberals want to make them all women, or, you know, Tucker Carlson wants to yell and complain about all the girls wearing high heels with their M&M candies on, or nobody's older than 4 years old anymore, and we all listen to retards, and now M&M's went, well, you know what? Fuck it. If you guys can't agree on the M&M shit, we're just going to take them away.
We are all just a soft shell version of whatever humanity used to be, honestly.
Well, and
we can't even have a cartoon candy.
Well, check this out. The righties are calling all the lefties bitches for it. The lefties are calling the righties bullies for it. And it's like, guys, you both deserve this.
I think we have other things to bitch about.
You were fighting over cartoon candies. You have deserved this treatment 100%. They released this statement, and I swear
it's a statement.
When I saw it, I swore to God I thought that they were just doing a really funny bit. It starts with, America, let's talk.
Let's not, though.
But my response would be, no, I'd rather not.
We could probably just stop talking about this at least.
In the last year, we've made some changes to our beloved spokes candies. Why?
They're fine the way they were.
We weren't sure if anyone would even notice, and we definitely didn't think it would break the internet. But now we get it. Even a candy's shoes can be polarizing, which was the last thing M&M's wanted since we're all about bringing people together. Therefore, we have decided to take an indefinite pause from the spokes candies. In their place, we are proud to introduce a spokesperson America can agree on, the beloved Maya Rudolph. We are confident Miss Rudolph will champion the power of fun to create a world where everyone feels they belong. So no more hot green M&M, no more of the yellow and the red M&Ms, or
just none of them.
I mean, I don't. Everybody just fought and fought and fought until, I guess they had to take away the M&Ms because we couldn't play nice together.
So they're obviously completely unimportant, but they've been iconic for as long as I can remember to Mars. And this just seems like it's just another fail on all of us. Like we've just failed to be people now.
Couldn't you guys have just behaved and we could have the M&Ms commercials? I mean, do I give a shit that they're gone? No. I'm more embarrassed for the country that we all fought about this until I don't even blame Mars Candies.
No, they were just probably fucking sick of it and didn't know how else to deal with it.
They're just like, guys, we're not supposed to be fighting over this. You know what? Fine, fuck it. We're taking them away. Nobody gets them now.
That's so fucking sad, though, because that's all you see when you think M&Ms and shit.
Right.
It's the little guys.
Joseph Hodge with $4.99 says, enjoying the show. Thank you very much. If you're enjoying the show, consider hitting the like button, subscribing to the channel, or even more, dropping in a couple of bucks. $180.
Thank you.
Away from tonight's goal, thanks to Mr. Hodges. So this, I guess, back in, I don't even know when this was, but M&M's redesigned the M&Ms
characters.
I had no idea they had done it. Redesigned its characters to be progressive, and they look virtually identical to the old version, except now they're apparently all woke.
It's fucking candy.
They look exactly the same.
What are we supposed to be noticing here?
I don't know.
They're in a different order.
I mean, it is remarkable the amount I don't give a shit about what they've done here.
Can you believe that we care about the politics of candies?
How did anybody fight over this?
They're not real.
Guys, they're not real.
It's something you eat, and this is a picture of it.
September 29th of last year, M&M's adds new purple character designed to represent acceptance and inclusivity, and not to be bitched about that. This is where the right annoys the shit out of me. The right annoys the shit out of me in that, guys, it's a fucking purple M&M. Yeah, but they said it's for acceptance and inclusivity. Who gives a fuck? Eat the candy. It's not going to matter. It's not important. They're shilling to another group so they can grab another chunk of people to go buy their diabetes machines.
That's kind of how I see on both sides, though. Like, why don't you just introduce the fucking purple M&M then? Why do you have to have a purpose behind it? But then the other side also doesn't need to whine about the purpose.
Right. Who gives a fuck?
I think both sides are incredibly stupid and annoying.
Yes.
It's candy, and now we don't have like the cool, nostalgic little people to look at anymore from our childhood.
Yeah, we didn't have to fight over the M&Ms. That's the whole point of it. Whether you think that the M&Ms were woke or you think that the M&Ms were, based or whatever, we shouldn't be fighting about it.
Just buy the candy or don't.
Yeah, ignore the shit out of it. I have some video here. From TMZ, they gathered a few clips. I guess Tucker was bitching about the M&Ms not long ago.
In which direction?
I don't know. I guess Tucker. The Young Turks were bitching about Tucker.
Oh.
Okay, so Tucker bitches about it. Then the Young Turks bitches about Tucker bitching about it.
Anna Kasparian's always a treat.
Oh, isn't she just? I mean, that girl knows how to have fun.
Mm.
That girl is. She's
a hoot.
Yeah.
They've been changed. You're seeing the changes right now on your screen. The green M&M, you will notice, is no longer wearing sexy boots. Now she's wearing...
I don't fucking care, Tucker.
I would have never noticed if you hadn't said that.
Never in a million years. Wow, she's wearing flats. Maybe she's tired. Maybe she's
tired.
Maybe she's Eliza Blue and she just got out of sex work.
Yeah. Maybe those heels remind her of bad times.
Maybe the red and yellow M&M were pimping out the green one, and she finally broke free from their sex dungeon and decided to wear flats as a form of protest against the patriarchy. I.e., who fucking cares?
Maybe the balls of her feet just hurt.
Yeah.
Leave her alone.
Why did they have to dyke her up? Who gives a shit?
Sensible
sneak. And by dyke it up, I mean block a waterway with her.
Can you imagine if we talked about people like this? There's been plenty of times where I'll wear heels to something, but then like the audacity if like you went to me the next day, oh, what, you're wearing flats today?
Yeah.
You're going to wear your boots today?
What are you, a lesbo now?
Why the change? Well, according to M&M's, quote, we all win when we see more women in leading roles.
Unless you're the guy in the leading role who the woman's job you took. I mean, but I get what you're... Okay. But it's pandering. Who gives a fuck?
But also historically, women seen wearing sneakers haven't been known to be in like leading roles.
Right.
Fuck you for that take.
Because leading women do not wear sexy boots. Leading women wear frumpy shoes. The frumpier, the better. That's the rule.
That's not true.
The other big change is that the brown M&M has, quote, transitioned from high stilettos to lower block heels. Also less sexy. That's progress.
Tucker. I like Tucker. But again, who fucking cares?
Right. Like
How autistic do these right-wingers have to be that you're worried about the shoes that the fucking Candy is wearing?
Obviously, he's dripping in sarcasm here, but I don't think this needs to be talked about.
No. And the Young Turks doesn't need to counter Tucker's whining with their whining, because you know what it ended? You know what it led to? Eminem's going, none of you can have cartoon candies anymore because you 55-year-olds can't keep your fucking mouths shut.
M&M's will not be satisfied until every last cartoon character is deeply unappealing and totally androgynous. Until the moment you wouldn't want to have a drink with any one of them.
I didn't want to have a drink with a fake chocolate candy to begin with.
They're rotund.
If you wanted to fuck one of the M&Ms beforehand, we need to get you a doctor.
That is weird.
The goal. When you're totally turned off, we've achieved equity. They've won.
So did Tucker want to fuck M&Ms before?
I don't know.
Is that what I'm to gather from this?
Has anyone ever wanted to fuck the M&Ms? This feels like the line like, oh, you ever found Bugs Bunny attractive when he put on the dress?
By the way, that line, total ad lib by Dana Carvey. Mike Myers' laugh was Mike Myers, not Wayne laughing, and they just said, fuck it, leave it in. It's a fun little aside. And also the character of Garth Algar, let my autism go for a walk here a bit, is, does anyone know who Garth Algar is based on? I want to see if anyone knows. I think it's a pretty commonly known thing. Yes, and Michael B says someone had the DVD. Maybe. Who was Garth Algar based on? Oh God, if I'm the only one who knows this is really fucking embarrassing.
Yeah, I kind of wish you didn't know that.
No, not Nat King Cole. All right, fine. It was based on Dana Carvey's brother, who like could fix everything in the house. He's like, I fixed the toaster with the screwdriver. And like he would talk like that. And so then Dana Carvey just decided to make that Garth. Oh, another one. Do you know who Dr. Evil is based on?
No, but I'm sure you'll tell us.
Lorne Michaels.
Really?
Of SNL, yeah.
I know who that is.
Dana Carvey actually got really pissed at, it actually led to them not talking for years.
That's gay.
Dana Carvey wouldn't talk to Mike Myers anymore because Dana Carvey is the one who did the Lorne Michaels voice when they would be fucking around backstage at SNL. Mm-hmm. And then Mike Myers took Dana Carvey's Lorne Michaels voice and made it Dr. Evil. And Dana Carvey never got a thank you or anything else for that. Just a little.
It's just the gayest shit people fight over.
Yeah.
As if it was important.
Armando Hobson says Steven Crowder just said that Ben Shapiro is buying views and subscriptions. Ben Shapiro's YouTube channel is 5.4 million subscribers and Crowder's channel is 5.9. Boy, he's just getting really petty, isn't he?
I'm actually kind of sick of him. I feel like he's a broken record at this point.
He's going to say anything. Hey, Aaron, great podcast. Just wanted to let you know that Timcast has 160,000 live right now. Just saying, hey, I'm here, F. Crowder. I get it, man. That's going to be a big fucking deal, and I want to watch it too. It is a bummer, though. Like, you see a guy like Tim Pool, who you know you do a better show than, and it's like 160,000 people, and good for Tim, But you're like, hey guys, we're $180 away from our goal tonight to keep our, business on track, and
it does feel kind of shitty.
Keep doing our show. So, if like 18 of you could just, chip in $10, we'll do an extra half hour of show for you. It's really a fucking bummer to think that way and then Tim Pool has 160,000. Dude, Tim Pool had like quintupled our goal before his stream started because the 16,000 people waiting were dropping in super chats like crazy.
And do you think they all get read? Probably not.
No, you can't. It would be impossible.
Read them.
There's no way you could. Rusty Grammar, but it says, but Aaron owning the libs. Yeah. There's money in that owning the libs, right? 180. Away from tonight's goal. There's the Streamlabs. There's the PayPal. Memberships and super chats count as well. We got about a half hour before we got to start rattling the cans, playing the music, and trying to garner that support, as it were. This is the first night we've had like a full goal in a long time and had to actually go back to the asking. So I'm a little, I don't know. I'm a little uncomfortable and nervous about it. It's new again. It's old things new.
I hear you.
If you will. Guys, another great thing that came out of the World Economic Forum was the news that the EU is now going to do something to address climate change.
Stop taking private jets everywhere?
No. That would be ridiculous. The thing they're going to do to combat climate change is they're going to become less dependent on meat. That's been one of the big things, all these cow farts and, the feeding them and the clearing land for it. Bad for the environment, bad for climate change, right?
Sure.
So don't worry. You might be thinking, well, you're going to get rid of meat. Well, you got to have something to replace it.
Sure.
Well, they have something to replace it.
I can't wait to hear what it is.
Well, it's cricket powder. Cricket powder.
That was somehow so much worse than I thought.
They're going to make cricket powder and distribute it to citizens to convince them that meat is totally gay and bad for the environment.
What are you going to do? Form a New York strip steak out of powder paste?
Yeah, people get creative. You can go to the Lonely Cricket Pub and...
Why not just replace everything with tofu then at this point? Like, why kill all the crickets for
crickets have all the protein. In 2 days, an EU regulation will go into effect that allows for Aceda domesticus, a.k.a. house crickets, to be added to flour, bread, pasta, etc. as an authorized novel food for the general population. So now they can just sneak cricket powder into like stuff you already buy. Like they can start putting crickets in your pasta, in your flour, in everything else.
Meat substitutes. House cricket sounds like a racial slur.
I know. Like whenever I hear house cricket, I'm like, oh my God, what did you call him?
I had 12 house crickets one time.
His name is Devante. That's not, you don't call him house cricket, for God's sake.
I had one named Shaniqua once.
Oh, well, she seems like a nice lady.
She was.
On 24th of July, 2019, the company Cricket One Company, Ltd., submitted an application to the Commission for an authorization in accordance with Article 10 of Regulation EU 2015-2283 to replace Aceda domesticus, house cricket, partially defatted powder on the Union market as a novel food.
How do you defat a cricket?
Little tweezers. You put them under a microscope and you just make sure you got yourself a fat-free cricket.
Oh my God, just lipo crickets.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, it's easy to hunt them. You just turn on your porch light. And
now they're porch crickets.
And then, then you got a bunch of porch crickets and you can just harvest them up in a big bag and then...
Yeah, I've seen that before. It doesn't go well.
Yeah, well, you got all the cricket powder you want.
People get mad at you someday.
Yeah. You got porch crickets. You got house crickets. Now there are house crickets, which are a lot easier to catch and control and harvest. And then there's the ones you have to go out and get. Those are field crickets.
I was going to say the field crickets are always a little more
field crickets
testy.
are stingy, harder to catch, the whole deal.
Really leggy. They really get places quickly.
Leggy, those field crickets, and boy, do they run. You just, they take off, boy.
They can jump, too.
Yes. Mizzle T. Shizzle says, stop the cricket killing, and throws in a $10 super chat. Thank you, buddy. We're still well off the pace at 175 away from tonight's goal. And about 30 minutes left in regulation. Let's see what's cooking over on Streamlabs and whatnot. We've got a little notification here. I want to throw out a thank you. I don't really have too much more on the cricket thing. I really just had the racism jokes. And then I was going to move on to the next thing anyway.
I'm glad we can share that.
Mark Gill with $25 over on Streamlabs says, fuck Tim Pool. Well, that's...
Thank you.
Certainly some people have said that in the past, and we'll say it again in the future. Now we're getting close. 150 away from tonight's goal. I think if a bunch more of you chip in just a tiny bit, we're going to knock this thing out tonight. I'm starting to feel pretty good. Gay Zumak says, black people have the best jizz.
Some are saying.
Well, he would know he's Gay Zumak. I mean...
They drop some off, and they're in such demand they have to run off to the next and deliver.
That's what happens. Oh, shit, that's right. Mark, you get a Shaka dance. I'm so sorry. That was more than $10. You get yourself a Shaka dance. And then Joe gets himself a Shaka dance. Stevie Lou gets a Shaka dance. Stevie Lou gets a Shaka dance.
Is Shaka hungover?
Shaka is not feeling very good today.
I did give him one beer the other night. He earned it.
Yeah, he's got a very low tolerance. Triple N says, God damn, Gay Zumak, you really be out there. He does be out there. For sure. He definitely bees out there. Proposed Connecticut law would completely axe physical fitness requirements for female firefighters.
Stop the madness.
Guys, it's okay if there are some things that we don't match up numbers-wise on. It's okay for guys to be firefighters. It's okay for women to be teachers and secretaries if that's what people want to do.
If that's what you're good at, how about we just stick to what we're good at?
Right.
Like on an individual basis, I'm not even saying as groups. If you're a small woman, do something that small women could be good at.
Right. Or how about
for
this?
God's sakes?
Like people are like, oh, that's people are saying in the chat, well, that's comforting. You know, if you're in a fire and a firefighter has to pull you out from under some rubble. How about fuck that? How about if you're a firefighter and now you got to wonder if the person watching your back can drag you out of something, or if they're going to go, sorry, I never had to do pull-ups.
You're gonna get people killed. That's it.
Who gives a shit? If a woman can't pass the test, then don't be a firefighter. It's okay. Not everybody can be a firefighter.
I don't feel like I'm up to par with being in the military or anything, and I'm physically fit.
Right.
Like, it's just not for me.
Well, and doesn't it also defeat your whole point and your whole purpose of women being firefighters in the first place? Your whole thing is, well, women can be badass and they can be awesome too. Oh, but when they're not, we're just going to drop all the qualifications and we're going to handicap it so they can get in. That fights your whole mission statement.
That's something that I've always felt like. I feel like I'm a strong person, I guess, but like if I've got to be part of something and they're only allowing me in it because they go lax on the rules for me, I feel like I'm cheating, and I don't like that.
Right, that means you're not a badass.
I'm not cut out for it.
Yeah, that means you're not woman, hear me roar, fucking Xena warrior princess shit. You couldn't pass, you go do something else. I mean, that's been the way it is for guys for centuries.
That's fine.
I mean, there's guys who can't pass the pull-ups and can't pass all of this shit to become firemen. They don't just say, oh, well, for pussy-ass guys with no muscle tone, we're going to drop those rules and you can be a fireman. No, they go, hey, dude, go fuck off. You can't be here. Go do something else. Guys have been getting denied military service for centuries because they physically didn't have what it takes to make it.
Yeah, if you were a little wiener dude, you didn't get in.
A little wiener dude. Exactly. Chad Zumock comes by and checks your cock and decides if it's tasty enough for the fire department.
Fuck.
That hurt your rib?
That hurt my rib.
I understand.
Got to stop with those.
So now Connecticut Democrats, of course.
Democrats, yes.
What is it with Democrats and like being bigoted with a smile on their face? Like they do this thing where like, let's lower testing standards for black people because, we care about them and they're stupid. So they shouldn't have to learn all the same shit that all the other kids learn. They should get special treatment and we should lower the standards for them. Or women in the fire department. Women are badass and awesome. And to show how badass and awesome we think they are, we're going to treat them like retarded kids at a basketball game.
I used to hope for a day where the people that were being coddled and catered to that way would feel insulted and stop voting for these people, and they won't do it.
No.
I don't know what that is, but it's like they can't see it almost.
It's golden handcuffs. They give you freebies on top of it.
Okay.
And the other people won't give you the freebies. Connecticut Democrats are working to lower the physical fitness requirements for female firefighters, saying that less onerous standards will make departments more diverse. Okay, but fire departments shouldn't be more diverse. Fire departments should just be efficient. That's it.
I think they should be a bunch of studly people that can get shit done and lift people out of cars and rubble and shit like that.
That's it.
Just withstand any test that's put in their way, to get people out alive.
Yeah. You don't need to do anything else other than that.
And notice I said studly people too. So if you got Amanda Nunez looking ass women,
right?
Go ahead, sure, do that. But I'm not cut out for that. I can't lift somebody like Aaron, let's say, out of a building when he's unconscious. I can't do that unless I had to.
If Shayna Baszler wants to go and be a firefighter, great. If China in her prime wanted to go and be a firefighter, awesome.
By all means.
If Tanya from Command and Conquer Red Alert wanted to go be, if Gina Carano in her day wanted to go be great, fine. If you can pass the test, great. Mm-hmm. If you can't, I don't care if you got a dick or a pussy or whatever they're putting down there now.
Hybrids.
Hybrid. You got a hybrid dick. Dick pussy, vagina cock.
Dick clit.
Dick clit. Whatever you got. I don't care what if you can't pass the test, you don't get to be a firefighter. Go do something else.
And I think it should all be the same test.
Yes.
Across the board for everybody, it should be the same test.
Right. No guys test, no girls test like they were doing in the military, and now it's completely fucked our military. Just one test, pass or fail. That's it. Somebody saying no one can lift Aaron. That's extremely hurtful, sir.
It is mean.
Extremely
I think there's
hurtful.
bigger people than you out there.
Jay with $10 over on PayPal. Thank you very much, Jay. Appreciate that. 25 minutes until we run up against our goal limit here, and only 140 away. So not that many of you chipping in, and we're gonna hit that 140. And that was $10 from Jay. So Jay, Shaka thanks you very much. Dr. Climate Abortion says, notice y'all got 25 minutes to turn this dumpster fire into something redeemable. This has been a wonderful show that has gone by incredibly quickly, Dr. Climate Abortion. And I think if we made you admit it privately, you'd say that you've enjoyed yourself. The only dumpster fire we've had so far is the whole, we're still 140 away from the goal. We also want to hit 200 likes tonight. We'll see if that happens. Thank you guys who have hit the like button. And if you haven't, feel free.
We can do it.
China ushered in the year of the went from the year of the tiger to the year of the rabbit.
Yes, they did.
And they did a fun little show deal where they had a tiger and a rabbit get together so they could do the transition, the passing on of the year.
Is this going where I think it's going?
Like the Chinese transitioning from one year to the next, tiger to rabbit? Yeah.
Sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But is that tiger going to eat this bunny?
Jesus Christ. Why would you go to the tigers? I wanted to show you how fucking weird Chinese culture is, that they go from the year of the tiger to the year of the rabbit, and they do so by doing this weird dressing animals up in clothes and having two guys who look like Chinese McLovin go and do a little ceremony.
Little handlers.
Well, can we just watch it and you can stop assuming such violent and ugly things?
You know what? Sure, I will get all those thoughts out of my head.
Christ, I hope so. Are they gone?
They're gone.
Okay, good.
虎兔交接仪式现在开始。
Yeah, the tiger
I
ate.
fucking knew it.
The tiger ate the rabbit.
He's gonna eat the rabbit. He ate the rabbit, George.
And they found a tiny little tiger too, like the smallest tiger they could find.
I've touched a tiger like that before, just a little one.
Yeah, and he just went ahead and he attacked the bunny. And look, man, that little McLovin guy right here is not going to hold back that tiger once he decides he wants to eat that bunny rabbit.
It's the size of a large dog, okay?
He goes right for the neck too. Those tigers don't fuck around.
You can't fight animal instinct. That's just how it is.
That's how I feel about pit bulls,
Yeah.
兔交接仪式现在开始。
So there's a little bit longer version. Oh, that was... Oh, no.
Oh, he's missing an ear.
Oh, did they... Wait a minute. Was that after?
I don't know.
No, his ears just flopped down.
Babe, I was kidding.
Oh, I thought you meant I thought you said it was
Fucking
after
guy.
he lost an ear. He's all in rough shape. He's got like those cartoon X's on his cheek from where he's been all beaten up by the tiger.
Oh, the hash marks?
Yeah. Who thought that was a good idea?
Yeah, who thought that was going to go well?
Yes. Matt Melt with $9.99 says, come on, poor people.
Thank you.
Yeah, look, 1:30 away. We can do this thing. It's only going to take 13 more of you doing what Matt Melt just did to knock that out. But don't worry, in about, about 15 minutes, we're going to fire up for the music for the first time in 2 months, which is kind of weird.
It's strange.
We're going to fire off what they call the Super Chat music.
Super Chat.
And see if we can't knock out that goal and do a half hour of overtime. It'll roll over into tomorrow morning otherwise. Jordan Velasco says, Hamlin's brain went minutes without oxygen. I'd be insanely surprised if he doesn't have the some kind of speech issue for the rest of his life. He probably sounds like that Von Erich kid after he flatlined.
Oh, is he behind in the chat?
He might be behind in the chat. But yeah, that Damar Hamlin thing we talked about at the beginning of the show, it's kind of interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I would check it out if I were you. Is April is overdressed. Can Aaron turn up the thermostat? You're kind of just
I basically just came down here from the car. Here, we can communal Coke. You like that? Here.
That is a nice, cold, tasty Coke.
If I take off my jacket, does that get the...
Look,
does that get the goal bet?
I really hope that we're not actually doing that seriously.
I got a solid T-shirt on, guys.
Oh, man. Brittany says, go put on a slut shirt. I always thought we knocked out our goals because we did a really fun show for everybody. But now I'm finding out that jackets don't make friends, apparently.
I like my jacket.
April looks like she just got back from the PTA meeting.
Really?
Yeah. Gay Zumach wants to know, does anyone know how to clean jizz stains off a futon? That's from Gay
baking
Zumach.
soda.
Yeah, unfortunately, I do not. I think most people just... Gay Zumach, it sounds like you're going to be doing that a lot, so a lot of people would just kind of leave them there. I think they would just kind of...
Yeah, once you get enough on there, it all turns into like the same color, right? Now you don't notice it.
Yeah. Exactly.
The smell's unbearable, though.
Gray Duckling with $4.99 says, damn you, April. All right, that's going to put us at 125. There's Streamlabs and PayPal in the chat.
Thanks.
Super chats and memberships count as well. Brittney Spears changed her name.
To Crazyville?
River Red.
Why?
How is she not dead yet?
I don't know. I don't know who... All these people who know nothing about her or her situation is like, oh, get the conservatorship off.
Yeah.
Like, what's your problem? Like, you have no idea.
And now the conservatorship is gone, just like they wanted. And now look what we have to deal with.
This isn't good. Honest to God, she was so unbearable, I had to unfollow her Instagram. She's psychotic.
And you don't even know her personally.
No, she's just obnoxious.
You just saw the way she was behaving just on Instagram and you went, God damn it, I can't fucking follow this famous person. I can't stand
It's the crazy eyes. It's the incessant naked dancing. It's the yanking down her pants so you can almost see her whole snatch when she's dancing type
She does
thing.
like to show her snatch.
I don't know what that is. She's got like 2 little like tattoos down there and she just yanks her pants down as far as possible.
Well, Brittney Spears, or River Red, as she'd like to be called, swapped outfits 3 times Sunday night, dancing to her heart's content, just days after making the apparent name change. The singer showed off her signature moves Sunday evening, grooving to 3 separate tracks, complete with costume changes. I'm going to play these, but I can't play the music or we'll get popped.
Sure, but we can watch the craziness.
We can watch the dancing. So she just stands in the home gym of her house and just dances in front of the camera.
See what she's doing with the pants?
And she pulls down, she tries to show as much of her pussy area as she can.
Well, that was an epic change of clothes.
Look, there are worse looking 41-year-olds, but there are more stable 41-year-olds too.
The stability is the concerning part here.
Yeah.
And the crazy, psychotic, lifeless look in her eyes.
Yeah, it's the medicated eyes that don't do it for me.
It's that and the need to pull down your pants for some reason for me is like a tick I can't handle.
You can't handle the cooter shot tease?
I can't do it. Like there are sexier ways to be and that's not it.
Black eyes, lifeless eyes, like a doll's eyes. Doesn't seem to be living till she changes her name. and you hear that retarded, high-pitched kind of screaming.
Michael B says she's a 3 a.m. whore.
That's a very specific time to be a whore. It's not a good time to be a whore.
You know what that is? That's when you've been out all night, you've drank way too much, and you're swimming.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
The good Johns are not out.
No.
At 3 a.m.
No.
125 away from tonight's goal. There's the Streamlabs and the PayPal if you want to help out. Gorham Vox says she's great. Y'all stale women are just old and salty hoes. That is all. Brittney is a survivor. That's very funny, Gorham.
No,
I'm not. I don't think you're serious.
I think I would have felt content to see her surviving and being healthy.
Let me ask you this. Survivor of what?
Yeah, I don't know. Her own psychoticness.
Right. The only person she's ever had to deal with is herself.
Yeah, but the thing is that guy, Gorham or whatever, he's going to say, oh, well, her family was so bad to her and took everything from her. That's not
Her
true.
family saved her life.
Yes. Anything she has right now, including her life, is because of her family.
And then a bunch of dipshits on the internet wanted to try and play God and got her all pumped up full of horse shit and thought that she should be in control of her life again. And ever since, she's been acting like a lunatic.
Her husband's got to come out to TMZ and try to defend her crazy antics.
The husband's got to come out and go, look, she's just, she gets a little high strung.
Oh, you know how she is.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Man, you know this bitch.
I feel like you've got to be, sometimes when she's being manic, you'd almost be nervous to be around her. I don't like being around manic people.
She looks like she could pick up something sharp at any moment.
And then 5 seconds later, oh, I didn't mean it. She heard somebody on accident. I swear I didn't mean that. And then she's just crying.
Oh, I just love you so much. And I'm so sorry. And I never meant for that to happen.
She turns into that OnlyFans model that stabbed her boyfriend, but swears she still loved him.
Oh, yeah, that chick. Yeah. Is she still in court? Is she doing her trial? What was her name? Courtney Mullins? No. Courtney, I'm going to be able to do this. Stodden?
I don't know.
Yeah. I think it's Courtney Stodden. No, that's not her. She does something else. Where did that name come from?
OnlyFans stab boyfriend.
Courtney OnlyFans stab.
There you go.
Audio. Courtney Clenny. That's
Clenny.
Her. What's she up to? Courtney
I'm guessing crying in a jail cell.
That's true, but I mean, where are we on that whole thing? Cries learning. Breaks down after learning boyfriend died. We watched that. So that's the latest we have on her.
But you killed him.
Yeah, I mean, she's still sad about it. She's still sad that she killed the guy. She's a crazy bitch. She knows how to stab. She thought that was a get back stab. She didn't think that was a drain him of all
end
his...
End it all stab.
Yeah, that wasn't an end it all stab.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say, probably don't stab someone unless you're okay with their ending. You know
think
what I mean?
So?
Maybe.
Wow, you got some weird rules for stabbing. Now, you really...
Well, it's personal.
You take the fun out of stabbing somebody.
I'm sorry.
You know?
I don't mean to.
I mean, some people, sometimes they just want to get someone's attention.
Are you going to show me how it's done?
I'll show you.
Yeah.
I'll
show you, baby bird.
I'll teach you how to stab. My blade stays sharpened. Fuck it. Shays. Look. What are we? We're 125 away tonight. Look, our big streak might be coming to an end. Why should I lean in too hard? I got to save it to catch up the rest of the week,
You can blame it on me.
Yeah, there's the Streamlabs, there's the PayPal. In about 5 minutes, we're going to fire off the music for the first time in 2 months. And we're going to have to rattle our cans for tonight. What do you do? It's all part of being a listener-supported show. Thank you to everyone who has helped out this program.
Thank you.
Citing rising crime and vagrancy, Chase Bank has shuttered 24-hour access to some of its New York ATMs.
ATMs? Yeah. Not even a bank.
So New York City is so dangerous now that not only do they have to lock up the black hair care products and the socks and underwear lest they be stolen, now they have to shutter the ATMs.
I mean, they are loaded. You've seen Breaking Bad. You can see what happens with ATMs.
You can steal those. You can take them somewhere, do whatever.
Drop it on a head.
Select ATM vestibules are closing at 5 or 6 p.m., aligning more closely with normal branch hours. The changes affect only a small number of the machines in certain neighborhoods. This is what really pisses me off about stuff like this, is that the crime gets really bad.
Mm-hmm.
Companies pull out. Banks pull out. They lose money because the crime is so bad. And then the people in that community and politicians go, these banks are racist and these grocery stores are racist because they won't be in these neighborhoods. And then they go, okay, fine, we'll open up in those neighborhoods. And then their shit keeps getting stolen. And nobody ever goes, hey, we should maybe get the crime down in these neighborhoods so grocery stores and banks and other places can come in and make some money.
What if you could only go to these things like late at night and stuff like that too because you work during the day? Now you're screwed because of crime.
Right.
Consider that. Like, you're totally affecting like normal good citizens' lives doing this shit.
A JP Morgan Chase spokesperson said some other ATMs are closing at 10 p.m. The changes affect only a small number of the machines. Chase has several hundred branches in New York. We review our ATM hours on a case-by-case basis, and a variety of reasons may decide to temporarily close some overnight. You know, things like people having the shit beaten out of them and being forced to withdraw money. ATM machines being stolen, and then the company has to replace them. Yes.
Okay, but when I'm in New York and I'm trying to pay for a lady late at night, where am I going to go?
You better hope she has Square or Venmo.
What's
and you
your
can call
Venmo?
it birthday party.
Birthday party.
People don't want to. So this is what the New York City Mayor Eric Adams had to say.
Okay.
People don't want to walk into the ATM and see someone urinating, see someone screaming and yelling, and that is what I'm saying I need to stop because I don't want my ATMs closing down. I don't want people leaving our city. We have to create an environment that people are safe and feel safe, he said. Yeah, it sure would be nice if we could take the city and have people not pissing where people are trying to get money and conduct business.
Right, like dogs to a fire hydrant. I think we could stop now.
That sure would be a net positive, wouldn't it? Thank you very much to Balls Deep for dropping $20 on us over there on PayPal and Streamlabs. That brings us to 105 away from our goal. A little shaka dance for Balls Deep. Thank you, buddy. 105 away and about 4 minutes away from firing up the music for the first time in a couple of months. There's the Streamlabs. There's the PayPal. 105 away. And either we wrap up at 9 tonight and we don't hit the goal, or we knock it out and we go until 9:30. So Chase closing up ATMs because overall crime in New York City was up 23.5% in 2022, though shootings and homicides have decreased over the past year. Thank you very much.
Well, that's good. At least people aren't dying with their crimes.
Yeah, more people getting stabbed and the shit beat out of them and their money taken. But, hey, at least the homicides are down.
Well, no one can you know what it is? Nobody can afford shit right now.
Right.
Fucking economy's so bad, inflation and all that. They need the money.
Yeah, they need to. Yeah, they need
the money more than they need to kill people.
Right.
So
look, man, I would blow your fucking head off right now, but I really need to get your ATM card.
Really bad.
I really need to get into that ATM and get some cash. You know what I'm saying?
Can you raise the limit on your card first?
Yeah, call your bank, motherfucker. Call your bank right now. I need more than 600, you broke bitch. Do you know how much eggs cost?
Oh my God.
I saw an article that said they're smuggling eggs from Mexico now. I know Johnny brought it up on the show this morning, but I found an article on it now. We're going to talk about it on tomorrow's show. Yeah, they're smuggling eggs from Mexico. We have to bring Mexican eggs in. It's like weed now.
Would you like to get some chicks in the spring and start a little operation back here?
I mean, you're pretty much at that point, aren't you?
I love chickens. I would raise them and sell the eggs all day.
You got to buy chickens so you can have some eggs. Otherwise, you got to go to the store and you got to go, hey, I got a great baseball card collection here. I'll trade it to you for a dozen. What do you think?
There's been days I love eggs. I love them so much, but there's been certain stores where I'll go to and the price per carton is so high that I now won't buy eggs unless they're on sale.
How much is a
And the sale price is like higher than it used to be too by like twice.
How much is a carton of eggs now?
Goddamn, like $6.99.
Holy fucking shit. Didn't they used to be like $1.75?
Yeah. I'm telling you.
What the fuck happened to eggs?
I absolutely am only buying them when they're on sale now.
Jesus. Mm-hmm. There's some kind of conspiracy with eggs.
It would honestly be cheaper to have like your own little, what do you call it? Chicken coop. To have a chicken coop with your own chickens and feeding them and taking care of them.
KF says, April, no shit. My wife started selling her extra few dozen eggs she gets a week. She posted on Facebook, and they were gone in no time.
Yes, and they're awesome. Like, homegrown eggs are awesome. They just taste good.
You might have to have a chicken room.
I have experience.
Soon.
I want them. A chicken room?
Yeah.
I promise you don't want them in the house.
Thank you very much to Cherokee Girl for becoming a member. All right, guys.
Thank you.
We're $100 away, and we're 5 minutes away from the end of the show. So for the first time in a very long time, we're going to have to fire up the music, shake the can around, and do our little dance. This is the pathetic begging portion of the Steel Toe Morning Show. It's something we haven't had to do for 2 months, but look, everybody's luck runs out. We're still a relatively small show that needs to support itself and, knock out what we're asking for. So here we go. The sooner we knock this out, the sooner we can get back to business. Otherwise, we sit here with the music playing like a bunch of fucking weirdos. $100 away from tonight's goal. There's the Streamlabs and the PayPal.
It's doable.
They're asking, can Shaka dance? Look, anything over $10 and Shaka dances. That's for sure. Oh man. So how's Crowder doing? Are they still? Is he still over there on Tim Pool's show?
I'm guessing he's
with
probably
100 some odd thousand people. Is he still live? Oh yeah, there's. Oh wow, still going. 151,000 people are watching this fucking thing.
Oh man.
And those super chats are ridiculous.
Jesus Christ.
I want to blow my head off when I see
Can
these.
you imagine that?
On a show where we're funnier than the guy doing the show.
That was hundreds of dollars, like thousands.
Oh, it is hurtful. It is hurtful to see. Thank you to Freaky Deaky for the 1995, $85.
Thank you.
Away from tonight's goal. Thank you, buddy. And, oh God, I forgot who this is.
Show me.
I'll just say it. Al's Chicken Farm.
Okay.
With $50. Thank you very much, buddy. We are 35 away.
Thank you.
From tonight's goal. We are getting there. Thank you very much, Freaky Deaky, and thank you to, oh yeah, that's Sage. That's, he gets a little Shaka as well. Not only does he get some Shaka, but he also gets
Sage Retard PhD KM.
There you go. So 35 away from knocking that out tonight. Thank you to the extremely generous portion of this audience. Greg says 100 minus 20 is 80. We only get 70% of it, Greg. So we only get 70% of the super chats.
YouTube gets a chunk.
So we gotta give YouTube their chunk, my man. Oh boy, but don't worry. Greg says that's not our fault. Right. I'm not saying it is.
No, but that's how businesses run.
That's not my fault either.
Like, we can't just pretend we got all of that money and then still be here.
Greg, it's not my fault. It's not your fault. Nobody's blaming you.
That's not our fault.
And now he says scam. Greg, I need you to calm down and maybe cut down on your dosage or up your dosage. I don't know which one it would be. Oh, man. Woof. People like Greg are fucking fun, man.
Scam. That's not our fault.
You
is my
goddamn scam artist.
Like, no, it's not. But you know how things go.
Oh, we got a couple of minutes left. $35 away from tonight's goal. Thank you, guys.
Thank you
very, very much. There's the Streamlabs. There's the PayPal. Let's knock that out and do a 30-minute overtime segment for you. Dr. Climate Abortion says I hit the like button. And that's all you're getting, pal. Look, I mean, not everybody's going to throw in $5-10 a month to your little program. We do our show, and at the end of it, we go, whatever you can spare.
Yep.
So we can keep doing our little show for people. What's his nut says, maybe consider PayPal next time, Greg. You don't need to have an account. Greg didn't give anything. It wasn't even Greg.
He's just complaining.
He's just complaining. Gary Crouch with $4.99 says, so Damar Hamlin is really dead and the NFL media are pulling a psyop? That's not what I said.
The money's talking, though.
Greg, I'm going to round this one up to 5. There you go, buddy. $30 away from the goal. And we got about a minute left here before we pack her all in. So let's see if we can hit that 30. Greg says all you lames that are donating. They are lames, aren't they?
If they're lames, why are you doing the math and shit? Get out of here.
They really are bags of shit, aren't they, buddy?
I can't follow Greg.
I like Greg.
There's no linear line with him. It's all over the place.
I like Greg. Thank you, guys. That's it. We got it. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
You guys are good. Oh, Jesus Christ. How do I pronounce that? Jehanabob with $25 and Sandy with 10. There you go, guys. A little shaka for you.
Thank you.
And we are $15 into tomorrow because there's Matt Melt with $9.99 saying YouTube won't let me poop on Greg. All right, we knocked it out, and now we are $3.25 away from Tuesday morning. So thank you guys very much. So that's the first time in 2 months. So if you are a new audience member here. Yeah, that's the first time we've had to do that in a couple of months. That might have been the first time.
Feels weird.
That you've heard that. Yeah, it is. It's really weird to go back to doing that again. But hey, there are worse ways to make a living. Nobody around here is complaining. We have a very generous audience. So thank you all very much for helping us out tonight. The Unquenchable Fire says, I like to watch you guys squirm. Thanks, buddy.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
We're not both fidgeting furiously under this table.
John Hahn says, just under the wire, nail-biting content. Thank you very much. Thank you. We have to, in those cases, we do, when people go, oh, what do you guys do? You have to beg for money to do your show? Yes, at the moment, yes.
Tiny bit.
What we have to do. You'll never see anyone own it and laugh about it quite like us. And our audience likes to make us sweat. I like that. Are they done?
Game over.
Oh, no, they're still going.
My Timcast subscription for the CNN talking to Biden level of softballing.
Oh, come on.
Oh, they're accusing Tim Pool of softballing Crowder. I love it. So
how about Little Beanie Dude is the one who gets 160,000 people?
He's reading his super chats right now. This could actually be kind of funny.
Okay.
Watching Tim Pool read his super chats for Crowder.
Okay.
Because Tim Pool is a bag of shit. People have been saying in the chat that as they go back and check the Crowder interview tonight, which by the way, I don't blame you for at all. I'd be watching it if I wasn't doing the show tonight. But
really?
Yeah, I love this shit. I love drama. I was telling people during the show tonight, I'm like, if you can't admit that you love this kind of drama, you're a liar. This kind of shit is fun. Oh, these guys who they're the beacons of conservative virtue and saving the country, and they're all having a fucking baby meltdown over money, over tens of millions of dollars, and then pretending it's for this noble cause of theirs. I love it. It's great. But Tim Pool basically being called a milquetoast fence sitter in his super chats is great. Because when Candace Owens was on talking shit about Crowder, he's like, oh yeah, I can understand Daily Wire's side of this. That makes a lot of sense. Yeah, and Crowder's really being unfair here. And then people were coming into our chat going, oh my God, Tim Pool is sucking Crowder off in this interview.
Fun.
He's the worst.
Only be on Rumble. But isn't that exciting that there is at least some kind of viable alternative where you can get enough views now that you can make a living? That's a big development. And that's also proof of concept that we don't have to do business the way.
Then quit your YouTube channel. I was yelling about this earlier tonight. Quit doing YouTube then.
I'll tell you why he won't. It makes him too much money.
No. He is. I mean, in fairness, he's demonetized. Oh, you mean like selling Mug Club subscriptions? Yeah. He uses YouTube to sell Mug Club subscriptions and all that shit. It's the primary thing he uses. So, it's just, he talks out of both sides of his mouth, and it's so easy to see how full of shit
he wants the money and the numbers.
People say it's a requirement. At some point, I'm going to have to pee.
I'm going to read just two more super chats.
Floating eyeball.
All right,
two more super chats.
Game Over says, I'm canceling my Timcast subscription for the CNN talking to Biden level of softballing.
Oh, come on.
I like that.
No, that's fine. Look. If
what hard question did we dodge?
What
did you not?
No, what they're saying is Tim didn't ask any hard questions.
Who's this?
That's his assistant producer guy.
Tim's?
No.
I can see the fight like
Crowder's.
Shirt,
that's Crowder's
course,
guy.
But
That's one of Crowder's guys.
Because the people we're talking about.
Dave Landau.
I mean, I don't know. I think I've said it over and over again that I ideologically agree with Steven. I disagree tactically to a certain extent, like the recording of the phone call.
Yeah,
but you do see the context.
What am I going to do? Scold you? Am I going to scold you on the show and be like, "How?"
Yes, an honest person would.
It's your show.
An honest person would go, yeah, you're full of shit for recording him. That was really dishonest of you. He was also talking about how he registered the domain weeks before he pulled any of this phone recording shit. Before he even announced he was leaving the Blaze, he had already done this Stop Big Con thing. So he was planning all this. It's pro wrestling. And Tim Pool's like, what am I supposed to do? Chastise you when you're on my show? Wow, what a novel concept, you gutless dickbag beanie-wearing cunt.
Would be nice.
Oh, I don't like him. He's such a wiener.
Either. This guy gets 170,000 people in at a time.
We maybe had 350 tonight.
I heard you earlier, do we have to wear beanies?
What do I have to? I'm better than this man.
If you grow facial hair and put a beanie on, that's you.
I can't do it.
You, Steven? Or am I going to be like, tell me why you did it?
Well, no, I understand. Yeah. Like you said, they say betraying a friend. Right. I say the betrayal, first off, has been taking place for years betraying the movement, the people who support you and invest
fuck you and your
first betrayal in this sequence of events.
You make me have a loose bowel movement.
Is
the term sheet.
The term sheet.
Shit my pants.
And yeah, well, you saw now with going after talent, right? Create behind the scenes poaching people. I can only show you one.
That's business.
Come on.
Poaching talent is business. They see someone, they offer him a better deal, and they take it.
But he doesn't like business. He doesn't like big business.
Look at how clammy he is from all that Adderall. Just clammy and jumpy and
he looks disheveled.
Yes.
Even his shirt and stuff looks bad.
Dude, that's all that Adderall makes you clammy. It makes you sweaty. It makes you. He looks like arm sweats right now.
I could tell you there's a lot more, but that guy said it's okay to show it. Hopefully that provides a little bit more context.
I think we had a respectful and cordial discussion. I think just some people are asking if it was the
Don't they all just look like wieners?
The guy in the blue shirt a little bit ago, I was like, this guy looks like some guy I wouldn't want to talk to. This guy I definitely don't want to talk to.
This guy's a wiener. Tim Pool's a wiener.
You like my term wiener guys now,
Yeah,
huh?
they're all wiener guys. I like April's
wiener
guys phrase. They all just look like wiener guys.
So was that another Crowder guy too then?
No, that was a Tim Pool guy. I'm not going to make you guys watch a bunch of that. You guys can go watch it if you want to. He literally wanted them to change their business model for him. Yeah, that's what he said. He goes, well, then you guys should change your business model. Oh, really? You should suck my dick and then go create your own business model. How about that?
It seems their businesses don't going just fine, right?
Yeah,
Daily
they
Wire?
seem to be doing okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't see their books, but they seem to be doing all right.
Somebody said Pool's going to fuck Crowder's wife after the show.
Well, somebody
Is she
has
hot?
to.
I haven't seen her.
Yeah, she's pretty
I haven't seen her before.
You've never seen Hillary Crowder?
Hillary?
Yeah.
It's a Hillary?
How ironic, right?
Oh, man.
Hillary Crowder, she's cute.
Oh, she's very cute.
Yeah.
Oh, way out of his league.
Right?
What the fuck?
Well, that's not her. That's her. Yeah, she's cute.
Compared to him? Yeah.
I mean, compared to him,
anything looks good next to him, I think.
Poor beard. I mean, the one he grew. I'm not accusing him of homosexuality in any way.
No, apparently not. He has a hot wife.
Yes, of course. Killer Beehive says, I don't get sweaty from Adderall. Okay, good. Then it's something else. Poole got his initial following from covering Occupy Wall Street whenever that was. All right, well, he's been at it a while then at least. So
it's just
there is that.
Once you get to a certain level, you can't
check because
clean it up a little. Oh, thanks.
Well, he wears the beanie because he's bald.
Who cares?
He has male pattern baldness, the kind where you get the circle, but the sides still grow.
Shave it off.
So look at all the wiener guys.
Look at this workaholics guy. Oh,
yeah, the workaholics guy. I know they can't because I didn't want to do any more of this, but I was just closing the page. But yeah, they're all just wiener guys.
They're all guys I would not spend.
These are like the hardcore, badass, old school. Look at that. A $500 super chat just came in for that son of a bitch. It's remarkable. Yes.
Oh, fuck.
And I don't even think the guy wrote anything. No, he just gave Tim Pool $500.
That is way more than our daily goal.
That's disgusting. If we had one of those guys every day, we would do one show. That's it. But at any rate, yeah, the Crowder thing. Armando says some of Tim Pool's audience in the super chat are unsubscribing to him because they said that he's asking softball questions. Yeah, we just played one of those.
I mean, it's too bad. I don't like how he sat there and said, oh, what am I supposed to do? Call you out for something? Yes, of course you are. Yeah, you invite somebody that's been doing controversial things on your show. Say the things.
I love that. I don't agree with what you did here, but what am I supposed to do? Call you out and confront you on my show? No, Tim. You're supposed to give him a sloppy beeger and then just write him a memo.
Well, that happened too, I'm sure.
Well, that was part of the deal.
Is Tim Pool married or with somebody?
I don't know.
I would like to see what Tim Pool is with.
Here, Tim Pool wife. I hope he doesn't. Tim Pool wife and girlfriend. Everything you should know. God, he's such a wiener guy. I like that term.
Wiener guy is fun.
He really is a wiener guy. Tim Pool is currently in an... I love this. Tim Pool is currently in an alleged relationship with Allison Neubauer, though neither has formally acknowledged their relationship. Tim's Instagram post of Allison caressing a monkey prompted the romantic speculation. What the
Well, of course she wouldn't want to be known to be in a relationship with him. Right?
Well, he's one of these assholes who's like, oh, my life is constantly in danger and I could be killed at any time, so I don't want anyone to know who any of my people are. If they want to kill me, they got to go through her. No.
That is somehow how I think this would go down.
No, of course not. I would die first. Then
Are
they'd
you
kill
sure?
Yeah, then they'd kill you.
I feel like people would be willing to off me first just to get at you.
That is so weird, though. Like,
You
when
know what I
guys,
mean?
I this is one thing I actually will agree with Andrew Tate on, is that the man should die for his woman. But here's what guys never say after that. If they're like, I die for my woman. Okay, but the minute you're dead, they're killing her now.
Yeah.
Like, so if you have to die for your woman, it's over for both of you.
I usually would see it going the other way because obviously more people are going to have hatred for you than me typically because you're the show host. And I could see people killing somebody in my position first just to get at the host.
Like what do you call it? Like the Death Wish movies.
Sure.
Oh, I see. They're saying Tim Pool was underwhelming. Well, yeah, Tim Pool's always underwhelming.
Like in the bedroom? Or
yeah, like life in general.
Life.
Okay, so it's over. They ended it. They had hundreds of thousands of people watching. That's good for Tim.
How many people are still in there right now?
75,000.
Jesus.
Just hanging out, sucking each other's dicks. Have you ever seen Tim Pool lose his beanie?
No. I'm guessing that he's one of those guys, if he were to like tear the beanie from his head, he's furious now, right?
Oh, yeah. And by the way, he's embarrassed of his bald head. He's going to give a really bullshit answer as to why he doesn't like that this little smartass ripped his beanie off.
Look at that.
But rest assured, the reason is because he's ashamed of his baldness.
I very much enjoy the look on this guy's face right now. The anticipation. He's like, I'm going to get it.
You know who he kind of reminds me of? Not looks-wise, but just kind of attitude and demeanor. A character Adam Scott would play.
I like Adam Scott quite a bit. I agree.
Reminds me of an Adam Scott kind of a dude.
That didn't look bad.
These motherfuckers can't fucking recognize me when I'm on the street. You want to take a picture of me so I'm easily identifiable? There's a photos of me without the beanie.
So he's yelling about the beanie. Now, they're going to play it slowed down in a little bit here, but what his excuse to the guy is, you're going to take this off? This is my disguise, so people can't easily recognize me when I'm at these Antifa things, so they can't beat the shit out of me and kill me, because he's always convincing people that he's going to be killed. He's going to be killed at one of these things. But Tim Pool's signature look is a fucking beanie and a hoodie.
Yeah, you'd be more discreet not wearing any of that.
Right.
Put on a suit or something.
If you would take the beanie off, it would actually make you less recognizable.
Not only that, when this guy tore it off, I feel like I didn't see balding. I saw a buzzed haircut.
Oh.
Oh, now I see it. Look at that guy's face.
He got the reaction he wanted.
I had to steal your hat. All right, have a good day. Bro, you come near me ever again, you won't have any teeth. You understand?
Oh, I bet. How about the fact that Tim Pool looks like he's in his 30s and he's wearing a DC hat?
How about Tim Pool will knock your teeth out? There's a hard threat. I better not tussle with this Tim Pool lest I lose my incisors. He's a tough guy.
Scary.
Understand that? I understand. Don't fucking touch me. Do you realize what these people have been doing to me all day? When they come up to me and threaten me, and you want to come up to me and you want to grab my head. I just wanted to take your hat. That's all.
Matthew Mulligan! Yes!
Okay,
I'm sorry, but these conservatives are such pussies.
Not only that, but like if people have been coming up to you all day and already threatening you with your hat on, what is taking the hat off going to do?
Right. All these people are already screaming at you and yelling at you and calling you a Nazi and all this other shit.
It clearly was just shame about the balding.
It's all shame about the balding. With Tim.
And you film Democrats! And you touch me! You film black people! And you make fun of my comrades! I have made this very clear several times.
And then that guy steals his hat. If I were that guy, I'd go, look at how much hair I have.
Look at it, yeah.
He's got some thick-ass hair, bro.
Kind of looks like your hair.
And then, of course, like a woman, this lady, while these two are fighting, we want to watch this, she's screaming about black people. We get it. One ran out on you when you got knocked up. It doesn't mean we all got to hear about it for the next 30 years. Jesus.
But the reason I do this is because no one knows. I don't have to wear a mask.
I just lost my hat.
Yeah, it's different for you, dude. I have people sending me death threats.
I do too.
Great.
By the way, he gets off on that shit. Tim Pool gets off on the death threats thing. He says it all the time. I get death threats. I get death threats. I get death threats.
Could we get rid of her, please?
I know.
I don't know what her purpose is in life, but she's obnoxious.
That's her purpose.
Too. Great.
She's Antifa. She's one of the Antifa.
So you want to come up to me, someone who's not fucking with you at all, and you want to lay your hands on me?
Pulling off a bald guy's hat is always funny.
You come near me ever again, you won't have any teeth.
Have you ever seen Crowder get punched in the head by a union guy?
No, I've never seen any of these.
Oh, that was a good one, too. Crowder getting punched in the head by the union guy is it so wonderful. It's just one of those times where he went out in public and he's like, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to fuck with people. And then he learned that sometimes, when you fuck with people, they'll punch you in the fucking mouth.
Yeah, that happens.
Yeah. Steven Crowder punched. Of course, the Young Turks covered it, and Sam Cedar covered it.
How long ago? A decade ago?
About
almost?
10 years ago. Yeah. This is Sam Cedar.
So back, I guess, at the end of last year.
Here we go.
What is it about right to work that you oppose so much?
What I oppose about right to work is because it's the freedom to freeload. They can suck all of the parasitical benefits and the hard wages that unions have negotiated, and they get it for free.
Already destroyed one.
That now, in all honesty, that union guy, and I'm not usually that big of a union guy. Mm-hmm. He is right about right to work. Like, unions negotiate that wage.
Yes.
But then these cities who make these right to work laws say that, well, no, you can still hire non-union guys. So these non-union guys will get union pay, union benefits, but they don't have to pay any union dues for the people who bargained for those benefits.
I've heard all about this
So
stuff.
it is kind of a shitty deal. I get it in principle, like, why should someone have to join a union to get a job? I understand that, and I agree with that. But also, the union has a good point in that, hey, we sat down and we used our strength in numbers and threats of work stoppages to get this money, to get these benefits, and now this fuckface can come in here and get it and not pay a dime.
Exactly.
Leave the tent alone.
Get the out of my face.
Don't tear down the tent.
Get the out of my face.
You hurt a lady in there.
You're addressing me.
Oh, fuck him. See, this is what I've always hated about Crowder, is that he goes in and he wants to be confrontational with people and, look, I don't take any shit from anyone. Then the minute he goes and riles people up and they touch his tent, he's like, hey, just don't touch the tent. You hurt a lady in there. While he's riling these people up and being antagonistic towards them. Oh, I always hated this guy.
Any people that do that, like they'll rile somebody up and make them just completely angry, and then why are you yelling? Right. Why are you so mad?
I'm tired. Like, when you look at Tim Pool and you look at Steven Crowder, you look at them and you go, there are no conservatives. These are liberal guys. These are like pussy progressive dudes who they want to go out and start some shit. But then the minute someone hits them for starting shit and antagonizing them, they go, oh, this is wrong and this use of violence. And I can't see like a Ted Nugent behaving that way.
No.
Like, that's a conservative dude.
Ugh.
Whether you agree with his politics or not, like, that's the attitude and the demeanor that a conservative guy should have. Crowder, Tim Pool, they act like little liberal kids all the time.
They're conservative in name only.
Yes.
Nobody! You hurt the out of my face!
Back the fuck up!
Stop turning down the tent! Back the
Good. Okay.
You just assaulted me, buddy.
Now you can hear him at one point saying, "You just assaulted me." Now this is a
So
God, that had to feel good.
He got like 2 or 3 shots in on Crowder. I want to watch that. So this guy over here is going to hit Crowder.
You just assaulted me, buddy.
Oh, 1, 2. And then he's going to get a body shot in here.
Yep.
So Crowder tried to tussle back with him for a little bit, and then he realized that he's got that old man strength.
Oh, shit. You don't fuck with that.
And then Crowder's like, oh, I'm back. And then the guy's like, wham, 1 to the gut.
It has to feel so good to be the guy that hit Steven Crowder at one point.
Hitting Steven Crowder and getting away with it would feel phenomenal. Oh, would that feel good?
Especially today.
Yeah.
Just a total prick.
Yeah, just, yeah, and now the shit he's pulling. It's nice that now with what he's doing, people can actually see what he's always been. The only problem is some people see what he's always been and they're like, oh, I still really like him. He's still really good. Oh, fuck, what can you do?
I had somebody reach out to me, I think it was last week. They were saying, like, here's the email for you guys to try to book Crowder and stuff. And I was about to try to be doing that and stuff. And then we buried him. And the guy...
Can we read that guy's thing? Can you read that guy's thing that we were going to read? We never did. This was a guy who was done with us because we trashed Crowder about the Daily Wire thing. And he's like, I wanted you to have Crowder on your show. And I'm done with you. I'll never listen to Steel Toe again. The very next day, he sent the following message.
Okay. So this guy, his name's Chris. Says, so this is after we covered him. He says, what the fuck? You guys rip into Crowder instead of talking to him?
Fuck yeah.
He did not sign on with the Blaze. If you and Aaron did any homework, you would know that he was a big part of CRTV, a conservative network started by Mark Levin. Levin sold CRTV to the bankrupt Blaze, and Crowder found himself with a new boss. And then he said, why the hell did you just blindly dive in on the man? If he's so naive, interview him and find out.
Yeah.
It's one hell of a lot less likely now. So I'm like...
I didn't really give a shit.
Okay. Then, what was this? I think the very next day.
Yep.
He sends me another message and says, after hearing contract information from Mark Dice and Daily Wire, whose contract Crowder used in his show, I was wrong to trust him. He's not that bright or honest. Aaron saw through the bull crap. He is a sharp guy. Sorry for my criticism. And then he said, I respect you both. Thanks for caring enough to respond. You and Aaron are an amazing team. Steel Toe is going to be massive in the near future. You both deserve it. Just hang on to each other with all your strength, and the result will change lives.
I was a total piece of shit asshole 24 hours ago to that guy, and then all of a sudden turned it right around.
I know.
I like that guy, but that guy deserves a lot of credit for doing that. Not a lot of people do that.
Right.
They dig in.
He walked it back.
He walked it back. I appreciate that. All right, I got another story for you guys tonight, and then I think we got about 10 minutes left in tonight's show. Thank you for knocking out that goal at the last minute. We also got about $15 into tomorrow morning, which is great. Thank you for that.
Thank you.
Actually, it's funny. Jonah had a joke about this at the, I don't think he told it on stage. I think he just told it to us about homeless veterans and how there was some benefit where they were going to give them backpacks.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, he's like, oh, how the fuck does that help a homeless veteran giving them a backpack? So
they can live in it.
Yeah, all their homeless shit, they can just keep it in the backpack. Wow, that's really going to propel them forward. Well, this next charity drive is backpacks for the homeless, but a very specific kind of homeless. And this is my favorite part of intersectionality, the idea that there's like a hierarchy of victims. Mm-hmm. And like some victims are more important than other victims based on, what their skin color is or their
Absolutely.
gender. I love it because it makes no sense. And what it ends up creating is like a discrimination based on nothing other than a fake chart you've created.
Yeah.
So here's a story that I had to laugh at when I saw it. And I swear to God, I can always feel the country changing when this isn't a satire story.
Here in San Diego, volunteers made 700 backpacks with essential items for homeless LGBTQ youth today. So
the straight ones don't matter?
Yeah, fuck the straight homeless people. Which, by the way, is most homeless people.
Yes.
So fuck most homeless people. I just got to make sure I get LGBTQ homeless people taken care of. Let me ask you something. What are the essentials that LGBTQ homeless people need that regular homeless people wouldn't appreciate? Soap, deodorant.
You're missing nitrates and lube.
Oh, you know what? Fair enough. If there were nitrates and lube in there,
it makes things easier.
I get it. If there's poppers and lube in there, but see, that's where I would argue that maybe that's not an essential. If you're a homeless LGBTQ person.
I don't know what your priorities are. Fuck.
I'm just saying, you're going to fuck a dirty homeless person, your dick's going to rot and fall off.
It's rotten and falling off anyways.
Maybe, but
you got dicks laying all over the sidewalk next to the shit.
I suppose. Yeah, double-ended dildos, I guess. But I mean, what homeless people couldn't make a go of that no matter what their orientation, right?
Oh my God.
Backpack had things like shampoo, gloves, and hats.
How are shampoo, gloves, and hats a gay thing? I get it. Wearing hats is gay because you should just tough it out. Yeah,
like man's men need like cedar smelling shit. And then we got like lavender and peony for the LGBTQ.
No offense, but like while the stuff you're getting them isn't necessarily gay, the way you're doing this is remarkably gay.
Mm-hmm. San Diego Human Rights Campaign does this giveaway every year around the MLK Day of
socks, for the gays, because straight homeless people, socks, I mean, skip it. God.
It does seem, it does seem ridiculous that we have to point that out.
Yes.
I feel stupid just saying
that. The intersectionality thing is so stupid that it's actually created. They thought it would bring people together and be more inclusive. It divides more people, sets up more barriers, creates more discrimination, because you've got to have not just homeless people. We're not just going to help the homeless people, specifically the gay ones. You don't think a straight homeless person is going to claim to be gay and be willing to suck a dick in front of you just to get some of that free shit?
Yeah, I was going to say, you can just identify as gay for a second.
Yeah, I'm super gay. I get down with dick all the time.
I just sucked so much dick.
It's probably not a lie. I mean, a lot of them do drugs. So a lot of them probably do whack somebody off or suck a dick to get what they need.
Really? Oh, do you think it goes that far? It definitely does. You're right.
Yeah.
Service. Organizers say it's necessary to support LGBTQ youth.
A large percentage of our homeless youth here in San Diego are from the LGBTQ plus community.
That guy got his face beat in. Do you see it?
Was that gay bashing?
That he's got that. His whole eye is yellow from the bruises. He's had a black eye.
Is he have an abusive husband?
I'm thinking so.
What the fuck is going on with this guy, man?
Domestics.
Also, no, he tried to go and help a gay homeless person, and they thought he was the devil, so they punched him in the eye. They attacked him because they were high on.
Stop following me around.
Right, they were on shrooms and they were all fucked up.
And they've been ostracized or even shut out from their homes.
Volunteers delivered the backpacks to 3 local facilities: San Diego Youth Services, Youth in Transition, and Street Angels.
Because you see, the backpacks can only be for the gay ones.
I guess so.
It can't be for
but now all the homeless in your city is gay, and so they can all get that shit, right?
Yeah,
I'd be gay. I would be gay for that.
Yeah, I'm gay for a new backpack, sure. What are the charities?
That's not clippable.
Yeah, what are the charities going to do? Make you prove it? Suck my cock. How many fingers can I fit in your asshole? We're going to give you the gay check. Yeah.
But you don't want the loose ones. Like, what is your point in the finger check?
Citizen M says, I crushed a homeless man's cake and all he said was backpack. Alex Bernal with $5 says, if Steel Toe had 150,000 tonight against Pool's 160, the argument would be, yeah, well, you have less viewers. Oh, I know.
It would be Steel Toes buying viewers.
Look, man, I get it. I understand. Thank you, Alex. Appreciate that, buddy. Yeah, that is funny that you would like raise a thing. It's like, oh yeah, we're raising money for these homeless people, and then they look at some homeless people and go, "Not you, you fucking dirty homeless person. Do you like to take dicks in your ass? Come on over here. I got a backpack for you."
Again, I don't want to be one of those people, but what if they start just doing programs for people that fall under the LGBTQ plus like umbrella, and like, to encourage that type of behavior and like young people and shit to like go that way.
Carlos says, from 1 to 10, how well can you drive a Subaru? That's a good way to find out if they're an LGBT.
I hate how many times I have to write that to you.
What?
Like just encouraging people to go that direction.
Yeah, you wonder, right?
Absolutely, I wonder that.
You wonder.
Because nothing's ever for the straight people anymore. Or white. If you're straight and white, you are the devil now. That's just kind of how things are portrayed.
I've been the devil for a long time. It's not so bad. Once you embrace your seat in Hades,
your throne.
Yeah, once you sit on your throne and you go, you know what? Better to reign in hell than serve in heaven. Am I right?
What's your throne made of? Satan.
Oh, bones.
You want a bone throne?
I'm a classic.
A bone throne?
I'm a classic, man. It's got to be made out of the tortured bones of the damned.
So you just want to sit on bones?
Just sitting on bones. Well, then I can get a free backpack.
You heard it here first. Aaron wants to sit on bones for the rest of eternity.
Look, man, I'm just trying to get the backpack. Ventral says, if you're not gay, you're homophobic. That's
exactly.
Goddamn right, sir. Absolutely. All right, guys, that's going to do it for tonight. I appreciate you guys helping us knock out that goal here on a Monday evening when there was a lot of competition for shit to listen to.
Yeah, that's true.
Big time.
Yep. Thank you so much.
So thank you guys very much. We'll be back again tomorrow morning at 6 o'clock a.m. Central Time, and hopefully we knock that out as well. If you do feel like chipping into this program, there you go. There's all the info you need. Otherwise, hit like and become a subscriber, become a member, whatever you'd like to do. We appreciate that. April, thanks again.
Thanks, Satan.
We will talk to you again tomorrow morning. Have a great rest of your night.